All right, let's do this. Hey, everybody. David here, High Shelf Gaming. I'm playing some Cyberpunk Red tonight. Let's see here. I think. Oh, yeah, hold on. I've been doing some YouTube recording, and I turned off my noise gate. Boom. All right, whew. Now y'all don't have all my background noise anymore. So, much better, much better. All right, let's do this. So, we are playing some Cyberpunk Red tonight. We have kind of our standard crew with us this evening. We have next to me we have Mike playing Oz the Netrunner, great and powerful Oz. Next to him is Casey playing Vinton, our nomad. Vinton, you're at home. You're not in the back of your truck today.
Yes, I've actually came back to the camp.
Oh
I'm
man,
here. I'm at the camp, waiting for another load of steel to take me somewhere else.
there it is. There it is. Yeah, yeah, yeah. This y'all may not know this, but like the whole Cyberpunk game that we're playing is really just Casey getting to play his real job.
In fact, with guns,
Yeah.
a little more violent than it is right
Yeah.
now. Oh, it's almost there, but not quite.
Yeah, yeah, exactly, exactly. Next to Casey is, of course, GSSG playing Ta, our techie. That's all. And then down in the vertical column, it was me in the corner, and then underneath that is Mike playing Dexy, our fixer. We have two mics, so we try and go by the character names. Oak.
Mm-hmm.
And then underneath Mike is we have Katrina playing Dr.
Yes.
Violet. And Mike of Dexy fame, I realized that I did not get your alignment correctly on the thing. So like whenever you spoke, I could see your notice. Will you speak again real quick? Let me see if I've hid that.
I can speak again real quick. Yes, I'm gonna fixer the crap out of this game.
Yes.
We'll see how that turns out for everybody.
I love it. Fixer the crap. That is a verb. We're using it. We're using
Verb,
it.
it's a noun, it's an adjective.
It's everything.
Everything.
It's just a good word. Well, I'm gonna fixer you bad.
Yes.
That's what you have to say to the next person you shoot.
Yes. I'm not into calling one of them Mork. I'm not, or Mark. You're both just Mike. We'll have to deal with it. All right. So let's see here. You all are. Let me get all of our little characters together. We got Dexy over here. Silas is not in this episode. We got Vinton, Dexy, Oz, Violet, and Ta. Oh, love it. Okay, cool. So yeah, you all are at camp. This is gonna be like 2 days after the Splatoon hit, right? With Splatoon, you all kind of charged their apartment and had a number of them scouring the rest of the building on the hunt for the rest of Vinton's team, and they didn't go in the right direction, so they didn't run into you all. And so like, what is it? 4 teams of 2, so 8 made it out alive without being touched. And so everybody else you found and killed, including Scratch King. So successful op there. There was a little bit of stuff that y'all ganked on the way out, right? You got an agent that you were able to get a little bit of data out of before it shut itself down.
Yep.
And Trauma Team was showing up for Scratch King, but you had injected him with a bunch of junk.
Yeah, I'm pretty much.
Including bullets.
I mean, there was a lot of bullets. I didn't inject those into him.
Right.
That would be me and Silas.
The Borg killer definitely did. I just made it so that they couldn't stop necrosis.
Beautiful.
So he would stay dead.
Yes. Yes. Which is a talent of the medtechs, if y'all didn't know, is ruining Trauma Team's day.
It's gonna be my next fun thing.
All right. So after that, you all made it back home, and there is some like, stuff going around in camp. There's various messages waiting for all of you when you get back to camp from folks in and around town. You've got the Yodanshi, you've got Hitchens, you've got a couple other folks that have reached out to all of you. Oz, you've got a number of messages making their way to you from Sacramento that are probably just getting auto-deleted at this point.
I don't want any part of that fight.
Okay. Sure. Yeah, I get it. So yeah, and you'll have a couple of days here to kind of heal up, gather your wits, repair your armor, that kind of stuff. Anybody doing anything specific when you first get back after Esplatoon?
Not when we first get back, but a couple days later.
Okay.
Dexy would end up spending time in the med tent when you first got back, but that's
Yeah.
I'm gonna let E take care of you.
Yeah, your
best.
girlfriend E patches you up, makes sure that you are safe, and she has the grenade talk with you again. She's like, "Dexy, baby, why is it always grenades? Every time you go out."
I like how she doesn't have the whole voice, but she kind of has the cadence of having a conversation with Christopher Walken.
Well, it's like
Sexy baby, why you gotta have the grenades?
She's trying real hard. She's trying real hard to like really sink that point of like the grenades again.
We didn't set out to hang out with somebody with grenades, and who sets off grenades indoors? That doesn't even make any sense. It doesn't matter. I got hold of her and then just scare away anyway. It's fine. We figured this one out.
Yeah, you did. Good. So you regale E of the tale of your revenge.
Yeah.
I don't know how much detail to go into on that one, but yeah.
Yeah, because E is kind of a civilian, right? I mean, she's an edge runner and she's in the wasteland. So I mean, she's seen some shit, she's done some shit, but she doesn't go on these jobs with you all. So it's fair to leave some of the bits out.
Yeah.
Do we need to set up like a grenade training program for Dexy? We just have the kids in camp with rocks, throw rocks at him occasionally, yelling "Yo, grenade!" just to get him trained.
I mean,
See, the thing is I still don't know why we sent Dexy in to undo that grenade kit in that one episode.
Dexy was the only one in that episode who had basic tech to begin with to try to do it, but.
Right. That was the whole
I
reason.
won't lie. I was just looking through and being like, oh, I have all these IP that I've never spent, and I have enough to buy my first level of demolitions.
Totally
I mean,
You should.
do it.
But we don't have grenades at camp, so.
Not yet.
Well,
Give us time.
You all can now because you've upgraded your armory, and so they can be under lock and key. They didn't allow that in the past because they didn't have a way of securing any of that kind of stuff.
Right.
But let's see here. I'll just leave. Okay, so yeah, in my defense, correct, Jagos. In that one op, they did not have a techie. It was in the.
So we sent our fixer in. It was the Lupus and Crow.
Yeah.
Whatever it was called.
Yeah.
Some Lupicow.
That one.
There it is.
Yep.
There it is.
If you have no techie, you got to fix for it.
Right? That's how
There
you
we
do
go.
it. He fixes grenades.
I appreciate you, Gavin. We got that in 5 minutes in the stream. I appreciate you, buddy.
All right, that's it. Thanks for coming out.
Till next week. Yep.
So one thing to note tonight, folks, we are rocking a new character sheet. So there may be a couple of times where we are curious about things, like where is this thing, or what's going on over here, and so we may be learning our sheet as we go. I may even pull it up at some stage just to follow along with what you all are doing as players.
Take it away.
Okay, so all good there. Very excited about this stuff. The things that happen around camp. When you first get back, Dr. Violet, you have a message from Roy over at Roy's Chexican Motel Cafe.
Okay.
And Dexy, you have a message from Hitchens.
Cool.
Great. How about we take the one from Roy first?
Awesome.
That sounds like the far safer option of these two.
Sure. Yeah. It sounds like that.
How about Vi just takes both of these calls? That's
Oh. No, sir. Thank you, though.
Yeah. So,
I'll pass.
Dr. Violet, your message from Roy. Roy, I want to say that you were one of the first people to like talk with Roy, right? Okay.
Yep, it was me and Oz.
Yep. So Roy's reached out to you, and Oz is copied on it as well. But you know that Oz just removed.
He doesn't check his email.
Well,
He doesn't-
everything that is even remotely associated with Sacramento just keeps going to the Circle file, right?
I will say though, anything having to do with Roy has a special folder because a lot of times I can't eat what Dexy's putting out, so I got to go to a place where I'm going to be able to be comfortable after I eat, and so that means going to Roy's.
Oh my god. Okay, good. I love it. Roy, the message from Roy is just a photo of these three dudes getting off of these bikes. The bikes are these big like Land Cruiser motorcycles with spikes all over the fenders, and like no bullshit, a skull is hanging off of the back left fender, or the back left like saddlebag spike thing jutting up. And these guys have their helmets off, and they're like walking into Roy's to get some food. And like the caption of it at the bottom is, I think my friends have found me.
Okay. There's Scavin?
And
No.
you, yeah, Shivrav.
Shivrav.
Yeah.
Scavin was the other group. Okay.
Right. And the Shivrav Nation have a lot of different families within them. But that message was sent like while you were on your mission, right? So it was like bright midday type thing. You haven't heard anything from Roy since.
We have the drones. We have drones, right?
Yeah, the family has a set of drones from the Meta Nation that are like semi-automated at this stage. There's like 5 of them that do a wide circuit around the camp, and they have like a few hours of flight time before they need to come back and get charged.
Could they make it to Roy's?
Yeah, you could.
Would I know that?
Yeah, you could task one to go out to Roy's and then gather some images and come back.
Okay, then I'm gonna come over to Oz. Hey, do you see that message from Roy, or are you ignoring those emails again, or
Yeah.
those pictures again?
No, I'm just looking at it now.
Can you send a drone over there to see what's going on? It's been a while since we got this pic.
Okay. I will send one over right now. I will hop into a drone and fly it out that way.
Awesome. Oz, will you give me a fly air vehicles for me? Pilot air vehicle. Because that's how you operate drones in this game. And you actually have some points in this skill, which is amazing.
It is. It wasn't how you operated drones when we made the characters. But
Nope. But drones didn't really exist during the Jumpstart kit. So now that they're here, they're here.
Fair game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like pilot land vehicle, pilot air vehicle.
It's the bottom right of the sheet.
I'm just gonna follow along with what you're doing, Oz. I'm gonna pull up your sheet. Oh, wait, that's air vehicle tech. Where's the pilot?
Left column. I forget which one.
Ooh,
Yeah.
look
Hey!
at you! Look at you with the 20.
Nice.
Yes.
And it's
Sorry, it's a
21.
control skill. I thought it was a tech skill.
Oh, all good. Oh yeah, control. Draw pilot air vehicle. Yeah, okay, cool. So good on you with your 20 there. Yeah, so you're cruising right along. You get up a little bit. There's a cross breeze, so you go low and you're navigating over the rocks, kind of hiding from the breeze that would have taken your drone way out of range. And so you're staying low. You get up over the hill, and there's the gas station that you all set up for Roy's. And Roy had sent you a picture of like 3 motorcycles with guys getting off the bikes. Now it looks closer to 5 are there. It's like 3 motorcycles, a trike, and like a another motorcycle are all parked out there. Looks like they're parked to have food. There's still other vehicles there, though they have clearly thinned out since the last time, since that photo you saw. Like in the photo is probably some other nomads getting gas, or other wastelanders like doing a little pit stop. It looks like Roy's has filtered down to just these Shivrav guys and like one or two stragglers that are maybe hiding out in a bathroom or something like that. But there's no gunfire or anything like that, that you see on an initial inspection.
I will relay this information back to Vi and set the drone. You said it's got 5 or 6 hours of flight time. It took what, like an hour to get out there or so, or less?
Yeah, they would have, let's see here, 5 drones for a 24-hour stint, assuming you could lose one drone. So I guess it makes sense they would all have, was that 5 hours of flight time?
6-ish.
Yeah, well, but
If it's 5 and it comes down to 4 and it's covering 24 hours.
Yeah, but then like one of them could be charging while the others are, or the rest of them are all charging while one's in the air. So yeah, 5-ish hours works. And so yeah, you spent, yeah, let's call it an hour to get out here and do like an initial pass, an initial inspection of the parking lot. You've not seen into the building yet. You've just seen like outside the easy stuff, without getting the drone too close.
Can I then, I guess, hand that off to one of the other net runners in camp and have them just keep an eye and comm me if anything changes?
Sure.
And they can send us pictures if anything happens, and then I'll go find Vi.
Yeah, he's you see the net runner start to take over, and he's like, I'm gonna see if I can't like plant this on a rock or something just so it doesn't drift. And he's like hunting for some place to park it where it can still kind of see the gas station.
While that's going on, I'm going to call Roy.
Cool. Yeah, so while you have Oz working on this drone thing, you call Roy. It rings 4 or 5 times and then goes to the agent equivalent of a voicemail, where it's like, leave your video or voice or text message and I'll get back to you.
I'll leave a string of numbers for like a dead drop call.
Okay.
Okay, and then I'll go find Oz so that we hook up and discuss that. Did anything? Was the place on fire? Mike?
No, everything looked fine. There's 2 more there, so there's 5 bikes there now, and everybody else seems to be leaving. So, yeah.
Okay. I guess let's maybe talk to the crew and round some people up to maybe go check on it. I'll start making those kind of calls to people, getting affirmatives to meet in the tent, the main tent where we meet.
On my way.
So, Vinton, Dexy, hey, we got a thing. It has to do with Roy's, so Dexy. Bad things, Dexy.
We'll be on the way.
Ta, of course. And I'll calm Silas.
Okay. Yeah, you call for Silas and you don't get a response. Like you don't. It doesn't even go to voicemail. Like there's no ring on.
Like my radio communicator doesn't even.
Right. Yeah.
There's
no acknowledgement of receipt of his whatever device you're trying to reach out to him with.
That's odd. I'm gonna go to his tent.
Okay. You go to his tent, and so to get to his tent is you're just walking down the long hall of the military tents. and there's a kind of a spine that comes off, or a spur that goes off, and his is hanging off of that. So you can kind of go down there, and there's a number of personal tents down there, and you knock on the metal door, and it's dark in there. The curtain over the piece of glass and that door is shut. There's no response.
I'll knock, no answer, let myself in.
Okay. Door's locked.
Mm.
Yep.
Okay.
But you like, I would imagine at this point, like you and Silas, you probably know where a spare key is or something like that if you really want to get in there.
I'm worried that I can't hit him like with that, and normally he tells me when he's leaving. Because we're watching over each other. So I would let myself in because I'm now worried he's like dead.
Okay.
Or not breathing or something.
Sure. Yeah. So
He stabbed himself with his own metal arm. Who knows?
No, all good. Yeah. So you open the door. You go and find the spare key wherever you've agreed to hide it, and go back and unlock it. And the room is neat. It's clean. There's no Silas in there. You've got a bed. The footlocker that is kind of provided by the family is unlocked. And on the bed are a couple of cybernetics and a little note.
I will go check those out.
Okay. You walk over to the bed, and there is I believe an arm, and I want to say an eye.
Mm-hmm.
Are sitting there on the bed in like they're on like a it's his augmented arm, of course, and it's like been gently detached from the quick release variety where you can like just press a couple of pressure points, unlock a couple of things, and then twist the whole arm and it comes off. That quick release has been activated, and it's laying on a clean sheet of plastic. And then next to that is an augmented cybernetic eye that is in like a little clear case.
I pick up the note and read it to myself. I will leave the cybernetics. Is that big ass gun there?
Yeah, you kind of look around. It's not on the bed, but there is a big ass gun on his like desk where he normally sits and cleans his guns.
Okay.
And it looks like there's a little pistol cleaning kit that has clearly been used. And it's been shut and all that kind of stuff, but it looks like the like cleaning oil and all that kind of stuff is spent, and there's a discarded push rod in the trash can.
I don't want to leave that because it's not safe for other people to have.
Yeah, and it's loaded.
Definitely want to make sure that goes with me.
Okay.
And not
Okay,
just left here.
Timmy will be around. He can take care of it.
The door was locked. I mean,
I know.
in Silas's mind, I'm sure he's like, I better lock this door. There's a loaded gun in there.
There's a loaded gun in there. Don't take the bullets out of it or anything. We'll just leave it.
So
These
he
big-ass
locked
slugs.
the door, but it is a tent, right? Like the door's locked. I can't get in unless I pull out this knife and just straight through the wall. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah. Tent-based security, folks. It's a real winner.
Yeah.
Security.
I am gonna go meet the crew. I'm gonna grab Benny on my way
Okay.
because I think he needs to hear this, and I'll make sure that all the edge runners are calmed.
Sure.
Or well, Galaxy's calmed.
Yeah, you calm Galaxy and Benny. Galaxy is out. She is, or sorry, they are on a job, and so it asks you to just stay connected with me, and I'd like to hear it, but
Mhm.
I'm out here watching something.
Okay. And then I'm going to take the note, the gun, and myself, and meet everybody in the tent.
Cool.
So walking in with Fire Drake, which like it's a big gun, and I think Vi holds it like in both hands or in a way to not shoot herself or anyone else.
I think Vi walks in with it, and Dexy's like, "I'm up to the other side of the table, right?" Like
I think
Oh,
she puts
hey.
it down on the center table away, so it's not pointing at anyone. Oh, you know what? I would have been smart enough to take the bullets out of it. I just
Okay. Yeah,
just take the mag out.
you take a second to kind of figure out how to do that.
It's a revolver, right?
Yeah, the Casole is a revolver. So
Revolver,
it's like it takes a little bit to like, oh yeah, you have to do this to get the drum to pop this way, and then you can empty all the bullets.
Yeah, I will eject those, put those in my pocket, and
Okay.
then take the Casole and I'll put it on the center table so everyone can see it. And then once Benny is there.
Yeah, Benny comes ambling in after a little bit.
Silas left a note for us. And I kind of gesture to Fire Drake, and then I read the note that was left for us. Well, I'm gone. Sorry for the trouble that'll probably bring y'all, but I don't think I have any killing left in me. I know that what we did tonight didn't really solve the problem, but I just don't have it in me to keep on going. So I'm gone. I left the good Doctor's Chrome in his list of names. Not that I'll think that'll dissuade him from hunting me down the line. If y'all take care of any of those names, that may buy me some time, but don't feel obligated. I know you all know this, but Becky's death really did a number on me. That was her name, by the way, Rebecca Carpenter. She didn't really like me to call her Becky, but I could be a stubborn son of a bitch when I want to be. She was really the only thing I gave a shit about in the world, no offense. And with her gone, there really ain't nothing left for me in this life. But again, I'm a stubborn son of a bitch, and I'm not one to lay down and die. I may head east or up north. If I'm lucky, find somewhere quiet to live out my days in more peace than I've earned. But I think I'm done killing. Silas Drake the gunslinger is dead. But I think Ryan Carpenter maybe has a few days yet. Maybe we'll meet again. Yours truly, Ryan Carpenter.
You kind of see Vinton rub the back of his head.
Vi puts the note on the table.
I will walk up to the gun to look at it more.
Well, shit.
Agreed.
He left last night.
What?
He left last night. I was doing some work on my truck. Saw him rambling around the motor pool. Went and talked to him. See what he's up to. After talking to him for a little bit, I could realize there was nothing I could say, or anyone at this point, to dissuade him from leaving. So, kind of cut him a deal. I would be quiet. He gets my bike, the custom one, because I didn't feel like leaving the family short. So, he took off last night after doing some modifications to make the bike quiet. Gave him a couple contacts, get him on his way.
Okay. I'm gonna have to call my uncle about this.
I want to talk to you privately before you do that.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you. Look, in my opinion, he's done everything he's needed to do. The boy's been through a lot, more than any of us will ever understand. And I think though he says it in his note, he doesn't think he deserves peace. He needs peace. Last couple of months have been rough on him. So, just so you guys understand why I helped him leave. And he was special. He was a good kid. Dealt a really shitty hand.
Ethically, I don't disagree with that. I don't disagree at all. But my uncle doesn't see in ethics. He sees in business. And Silas is right. He's going to have a target on his back. And I can't not tell, even though I really don't want to. I can't not tell.
Agreed. I understand. That's why I want to talk to you after this.
Well, the reason I called you all here.
Your phone is ringing. Your burner phone is ringing.
I answer it and walk away from the crew.
Okay. It's Roy. Roy's quiet. Very quiet. And he's
Status update?
He's whispering to you.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, thanks for the message. And he's like taking long pauses. And he says, yeah, they showed up earlier today. A couple more just showed up. They're asking me details about how long I've been here, how I got here, that kind of thing. I don't think this is the family I used to work with. I think this is another branch of the nation. I'm pretty sure they're going to start shaking me down here once they've had their fill. They're starting to drink a little bit, so I imagine the real business is going to start in a little bit.
Any casuals around?
Yeah, there's a couple of people here that are stuck in the motel. I've told them to just sit quiet and stay low, and everything will be fine. I called into their room earlier.
Okay. We're meeting with the crew right now. We're trying to figure out a plan.
They may just leave. I don't know. But you know, I don't know how well they talk to each other within that nation. But I appreciate you all taking a look at this.
Yeah, we have eyes on it, on the place right now.
Okay.
And we'll determine the best way to help you out here in a little while.
Okay.
Okay, I'll send you a message.
Thanks.
Lay low.
Yep. And yeah, he rings off and goes back to keeping the peace as well as he can.
I think Ta was saying that he was going to look at the gun or something earlier.
Yeah. I mean, when you and Vinton were talking, he'd probably just hold fire Drake and just turn the cylinder and hear it and just kind of be looking at the gun.
Yeah, it's a heavy cylinder. Pretty much everything about that gun is weighty. Even though it's like a short-barreled thing, it's everything about it is kind of oversized. The cylinder and all that kind of stuff. It's well maintained, well taken care of, but it's just a heavy gun.
What was that about, Vi?
Okay, so like the reason that we're actually all here, besides that mess, is some of Shivrav have shown up at Roy's. Oz has eyes on them at the moment, and Roy is saying that they aren't probably the same gang, same family, but they're gonna probably start asking a lot more questions and potentially shake him down is what he was worried about. So I gathered you all here to talk about that. Benny, I'm sorry. I was just making sure that you knew about Silas, and I know you don't care too much about the rest of it.
Oh, well, I mean, we're kind of in with Roy's too, yeah? So,
Yeah.
I want to make sure that he's okay. It's a shame about Silas, but didn't you say you sent him on his way with some supplies and that kind of thing?
Bike and my father's old contacts, the steel haulers that brought us out here, just in case he runs that way. He's got some protection on the road.
Okay. Well, if any of y'all hear anything from him, let me know. He kind of looks around at the room. If you need anything for Roy's, I'll be in my tent.
Thanks, Benny.
Thanks, Benny.
And he hauls himself up and limps out of the room.
So, yeah, we can go figure out a way to help Roy. Maybe not be a bloodbath, but I haven't heard great things about Shivrav. So
We do what we always do. We go in and we politely ask them to leave, and they do.
Fix it.
Yes,
Wait.
that's it.
I agree with you, Vi. I'm kind of bloodbathed out here lately. Is there a chance, and out of character with our reputation around Night City, if we show up in force, like a couple truck convoy, like we look like we're going to do a job and we're stopping to get fuel and we act super chummy with Roy and that kind of thing, that, maybe that would dissuade them.
Sounds like a plan. Wrong game.
Yeah. So
we do not play.
you all definitely have some reputation. You have some reputation here in Night City, and you have some reputation here in Sacramento, and it stands to reason that reputation would kind of bleed out into the wasteland outside, right? And so there's definitely a shot that they would know who you guys were, or at the very least know well enough to kind of back off a little bit. It all depends on the presentation, right? Depends on the attitude that y'all bring. Depends on whether you do it or not, right? I mean, anybody rolling up to a bunch of Shivrav bikes, that already says something, right? If you let's say you're a nomad crew on the highway and you see a bunch of spiky bikes sitting at a gas station, most crews just keep on going, right? Because where there's a couple, there's always more, kind of thing. And so whatever you do, if you do anything at all of that communicates, and it's just a matter of how you do it. So that's my non-answer for you.
Thanks, David.
Thanks.
Great DM tactic there.
We have a conversation with them and say, hey, no,
Sorry.
ours. And then if they don't, then somebody else gets to figure that one out. And you seem to be pretty good at figuring that one out usually.
I appreciate you putting me out there on the front line, buddy. Really do.
Of the folks sitting in this room who are on that line,
fair enough.
Hey,
Fair enough.
Dexy can talk us out of anything, right?
That's right.
That's
I'm
pretty
hoping.
much.
Vince,
That's his power.
That's what Vi actually says. Dexy can talk us out of anything, right?
I mean, I've never seen him not talk us out of something. Save me a few bullets. I mean, he failed at talking himself out of getting hit with that grenade, but I mean, that's his thing.
Why were you disarming
that's
grenades?
anyway. Yeah, let's focus on the grenades and not the let's try to get the people with Grand to not try to kill us for shooting
Why
her.
you gotta be like that? Why you gotta be like that, Dick?
If we're gonna-
Why you gotta be like that?
If we're gonna go the whole way, then
Vi's gonna look at
all
her
right.
pretend watch, like.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So
Next to you were
it sounds
there.
like
Oz leans over and looks at the pistol with Taz, like, so it goes all the way around, huh?
Just spins and spins.
So it sounds like we need to get whatever we need to get so we can go to Roy's. I need to check in with the kitchen, and I think I need to call Hitchens back here too. But I don't know. Maybe I'll do that in the car.
Hitchens.
Hitchens.
Why does Hitchens want us?
Well, probably because
I-
up until like 2 days ago, we were a good crew for her.
She doesn't know unless somebody told her that we.
Well, I want to know. We should find out what she
Fair
has to
enough.
say, Dexy.
Yeah, probably should.
We should probably get a move on before too many more people show up from.
Yeah.
Cool.
But I
Yeah.
do like the idea of rolling up in force. I don't think just 2 or 3 of us walking in here. is
I'll
gonna-
talk. If you want to accompany me, we can go talk to Benny and see if we can get a couple trucks. Right.
We just want to talk to Mailbox.
Benny is usually the one. I mean, Mailbox is going to probably give it to me if I ask, but I want to get the clear to have some other people
Yeah.
come with us. It's the people,
Mail-
not the vehicles.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I was like, what? Yeah, sure. We can go bother Benny more. He loves it when we bother him.
This one's not
I
as
is
bad.
like really
We do it because
sarcastic.
we're family.
I was
Why is like really sarcastic, but she's like, because she's dealing with this thing in the back of her head about Silas and what Vice. So
Right.
like,
and before we leave, I'm like, Tal, can I see that and ask for Fire Drake?
I think you can see it now, can't you? He like holds it up. He's like, here, you can see it. Right?
Part of the
Are we
deal.
gonna
was
are we gonna
my
have
bike.
a see with your eyes, not with your
I
hands?
was like- It was a part of the deal for my bike, son. Can I please have Fire
See,
Drake?
I don't know about that. This deal, no one else heard but you. So why don't we keep
Fair
it with
enough.
me until I have proof of that?
hey, have you heard from your girlfriend?
What? Who? What? What? Who? What?
Mm-hmm.
What? And then he walks out of the room.
He's gonna shoot his leg off with that.
He wants a new one anyway.
Fair enough.
got an arm that'll substitute just fine. That's
Is this where we? Is this
so
where
we're rolling out in a minute then, right? Then because I gotta make this call. I gotta check in the kitchen.
Yeah, I gotta go get changed.
I'm walking with Vinton.
Cool.
You want to have that talk now or later?
We can do it now. So, I was thinking, and I know that's dangerous,
Mm.
but you need a bodyguard, or at least your uncle thinks you need one, right?
No, I need one, but yes, go
Yeah.
on.
So, I'm willing for every guy on that book that he left us, we take out. I think that should be fair enough to give Silas 5 to 10 years before the doc comes looking at him. And I would be the one working for you at that point. I'm not a particular fan of how your uncle does business, but for Silas, I'm willing to do that.
I can't make that call. I can certainly push it up the chain of command, though. What's going to happen? I just, thinking about it. You're going to make that deal, and then at the end of it, you're going to have to go kill Silas.
I could take my time. Remember, we got to find him, and the kid's good at hiding. And he's in my contact list.
I'll have to talk to my uncle. I can't
Yeah.
make that choice.
Understood. But that's what I'm willing to do.
You were just talking about different lives to lead. You don't need to be tied to me.
You didn't seem like you were leaving the family, so as long as you're here, and I'm not doing edge running, it's just when one of those names pops up.
Those names aren't going to pop up if we leave the Night City.
True. All the benefit, I see it. I'm still tied to the family.
It wasn't just that list. not just the names he got when we got here. You take one name off, you probably put one back on. I don't know what kind of deal I can work for you.
Just see what he says.
I'll
It's for
talk to him.
It's for Silas. I wouldn't do it if it was anyone else. If it was somebody you brought in, I wouldn't have cared, but it's Silas.
Maybe I'll catch him on a day where he don't give a shit. That would be good. That would be super good. Let's talk to Benny. I'll let you know.
10-4. We walk into Benny. Hey, buddy.
Hey guys, what's going on?
Well,
It's not like you just saw us or anything, Benny.
Yeah. So you're coming to update me or ask for something?
ask for something.
My points fit that Benny.
Okay. What do you need, Vin? Kind of looking at
Need
the
to
two of you.
We need some people to ride down to the gas station with me in like a convoy setup and try to project force, basically.
Okay.
Kind of show who not runs. That's a terrible way of saying it, but kind of who he's under. Another terrible way of seeing it, but who's
But to absolutely rabbit when things go down.
Yeah, probably, possibly, hopefully.
So
At least get the people out of there.
So we're gonna do a little bit of a paper tiger thing where you show up and if somebody draws down, then everybody's gonna leave.
Try.
I don't want people to be hurt.
Yes, try. I would at least make sure the people who are non-combatants leave. I would be covering, but
That's only if combat breaks out.
Yeah.
Benny.
Yeah.
It's Shivrav, right?
Yes,
Is it really that bad?
they're that bad.
Like Vi doesn't know. She's just like, is it really that bad? Like, show up for me.
The only reason why before I came to this family, my father's truck stayed as nice as it was is because we rolled around with about 30 armed cars and about 60 armed men to give projection of power that Shivrav wouldn't come mess with us. It's bad. They are a nasty bunch.
All right. Seems like this is the direction. Yeah, you can take people who are willing, grab some cars out of the motor pool, and see if you can't scare them off that gas station.
Sorry. We'll do it. Well, hopefully between the good doctor and Dexy, maybe we can talk our way out of this. Maybe.
Okay. All right. Well, good luck.
Cool. Appreciate you, man. Both of us have this, like, we know, like, it's that we're hoping this goes right, but we both probably have the look of, I will also bring all of my weapons with me.
Yeah, that's a foregone conclusion.
Yeah.
You both do kind of get a sense that Benny's like kind of testing you all with this. That like there's weight at the end of this.
Mm-hmm.
Like if this does not go well, then that might impact you guys.
Okay.
Cool.
I know one person I would like to bring, Vi.
Who?
Annie, the person I've been training.
Yes.
If things go loud, she would be a good backup to protect the people there. It would be the only gun that I would bring outside of myself and the edge runners. She would be in charge of getting the other family members out if it goes loud.
Yeah, that is going to be the number one thing. If we're going to show up in force and a thing is going to happen, that is, I don't care about Roy at that point.
Agreed.
Okay.
So Dexy, are you having that call with Hitchens?
I think if it like it comes back to Dexy and it's like there's a shot that's like Dexy in the kitchen with Menomina and Elvance, like his sister and his mother, And at the conversation, like you come in the middle of the conversation, like, yeah, no, I understand why you set up the systems that everybody can have something. We're not arguing over food all the time. I'm just telling you that he's not here, so we can take him off the rotation. He was supposed to be next up on the list. And then we don't have any ribs, so I don't know. I'll go tell Oz it's great. It's Salisbury steak night. But yeah, cross him off the list because I don't even know what campfire victuals is. And we were never going to figure out how to go with that.
God.
And then he'll like take the phone and like kind of step out aside for a moment.
Awesome. So yeah, you take a moment and ring up Hitchens, and her face pops up on the video call. I got Hitchens right here. Bam. You give Hitchens a call, and she, like, her face shows up. She looks like she's like kind of doing the rounds. She's very business mode right now, and is kind of looks from a data pad over to you. Dexy, hey, thanks for calling me back. How are you doing?
Hey, doing okay. What's going on?
I wanted to follow up on some stuff. Quick update on my end. You know, things are good. I hope that you guys are doing okay. You know, I'd sent over those servers, and I was hoping to hear back what was on them. Do you have any insight of what was on those servers? You guys taking a chance to look at those yet?
Out of character, I don't. I mean, I know like Oz has been digging into him, and he's really good at this kind of thing. But like, there must have been some pretty good encryption on him because it's taken a little while to dig through some of it. But he's making good progress, and we expect to have a status update any day now. Take your support ticket and
I appreciate you, Dexy. Can you just check with him right away? And I just want to make sure that if there's something interesting there that we know about it.
Yeah, no, I mean, we're starting dinner in a couple minutes, and it's supposed to be like, we're fixing his special. So I was gonna go check in with him on like the recipe for that. So yeah, I'm gonna talk to him in a couple minutes. I can get you an update later.
Okay. And Dr. Violet had asked me to follow up on some stuff too. I have some updates for her as well.
What's the appropriate way to like can I like, oh yeah, no, tell me what you need and I'll pass it along, or should it be like trying to like,
yeah,
let me forward it to her extension?
No. I think what she's trying to say here is that she's going to reach out to Dr. Violet and wants to make sure that that you're aware, as she kind of sees you as Violet's fixer, right? And so usually fixer to fixer is like, hey, we talk to each other, and you don't talk to my people, I don't talk to your people, kind of thing. But she's like, well, Violet asked me to follow up on these things and look into this stuff. I have answers for her now. She's basically telling you, I'm going to reach out to your person, and I want you to be okay with that, kind of thing.
Is there a way to work? Is there a way to work that as like, I'd kind of like a little bit of insight into what's going to be going on in that conversation, but before giving that total okay, but like I'm probably okay. I just want to.
Yeah. I would love for you to do like a persuade, to see like how much insight you can get from her, because there's definitely it definitely makes sense for her to give you something, right? Like that kind of thing.
Okay. Fingers crossed. Click.
Oh, look at you. That
22.
Awesome, cool. So yeah, she is out of character. Dr. Violet had asked for a number of updates from Hitchens. The primary one being around the Meat Wagon RCO and the Organs Express crew. And so she says, yeah, I've got some good updates from that group. Organs Express is interested in new investors and new partnerships, and is offering to do some kind of meet or ride along or something along those lines. I don't have all the details nailed down just yet, but I wanted to let Dr. Violet know the good news and see where she wanted to go with it next.
Oh, okay, cool. Sounds good. All right, yeah. No. Make sure she knows you're gonna call. You're going to see her in a couple minutes too. It'll be fine. Um,
Um,
and I think he just, unless there's something else that she has on tap, I don't think Dexy has anything. But he'll be like, oh yeah, yeah. Have you been around like some random place in Westbrook that like people hang out? Like, haven't been
sure.
there in a long time. You've been around there. That's
Yeah, she would go, oh, the place under new management now, the food really sucks, so I don't go there anymore.
That's a shame.
That's how it is. And hey, I don't know if you all are tracking on the um the God's Fall towers or not, but there's a big dust up going on over there too. I remember that was a place you'd asked me about a long time ago, and I just wanted to let you know that I don't know, Westbrook has some weird changes going on. It seems like, and God's Fall is having some kind of I don't know. They're all in a tizzy about something.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll keep that in mind. Let me see what's going on.
Yeah. All right. Well, it's good talking to you, Dexy. Hope to hear from you
Yeah,
soon.
you too. Yeah. Talk to you later. Let's.
Okay. Violet, your phone rings.
Oh, wait.
Dexy,
Check who it is
frantically
first.
running through the middle of the camp. It's like,
It's Hitchens.
yeah.
Well, I'd happily answer that call.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so Hitchens, her face plops up. Dr. Violet, how you been?
Jens, how are you?
I'm good. I'm real good. I had an update for you, and
Okay.
wanted to go through some things with you if you have a minute.
Yeah, we're getting ready to eat, but sure.
Okay. Fair enough. Let's see here. The good folks you'd asked me about the folks over at Organs Express and Meat Wagon RCO and all of that good stuff.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to kind of let you know, put out a couple of feelers. They're a bunch of they're an interesting little bunch. Anyways, they've got a whoops. Um, they've got a little operation here in Night City, and Organs Express, which the company you expressed the most interested in, they are a subsidiary of Meatwagon. They have a med tech over there by the name of Lorna, and I kind of let them know that you were medically minded. I didn't tell them like what your specialty is or anything like that, but they seemed interested in talking with you and seeing if there was some kind of partnership or uh, you know some kind of relationship that could be set up there. And they were offering a meeting or even up to like a full on like ride along, like you and Lorna and maybe part of your crew go out there and kind of see how they do business and evaluate for yourself the Meat Wagon operation, the Organs Express operation, as it were.
That's fantastic news. I'd like to definitely move on that soon.
Excellent. Well, cool. I will give them the good news that you are interested, and start working on the whens, wheres, and hows and all that good stuff. I'll make sure that Dexy's in the loop on those things as well.
Yeah, I'd appreciate it. If other than you, Dexy would be my broker in this situation, of course.
Of course, of course. Out of character, roll a persuasion for me.
Okay. My character sheet is over here.
Or whatever you want to roll that would be like maybe a conversation or a persuasion, whichever one is higher.
Persuasion is higher.
Okay. Awesome. You guys are talking for a little bit, doing that kind of thing, and she says, "Is everything okay?
Yeah, why?
You seem distracted, or maybe
We
something."
just, you've heard about Roy's checks again, right? Like, maybe a little bit.
No,
Yeah.
can't say that I have.
Anyway, it's something that like it's close by. It's like a gas station plus motel plus God knows what, serves a bunch of food. Just got a call that he's being, shaken down.
Oh,
And
like somebody's trying to move on them, and
Yeah. So like, I gotta get all the fucking runners. Like, I think Vi just sounds tired, so it's just like I just gotta get all the guys moving so that we can go do a thing. Like, so I'm sorry if I seem out of it, Hitchens. It's just roll the eyes sort of thing.
Okay. Well, good luck with all that, and
Yeah.
we'll be talking
Thanks.
soon.
Yeah, I'll talk to you soon. Thank you for the info.
Cool.
She's completely calling a drone strike on Roy's so that when we get there.
I mean, hopefully my persuade was high enough, and I wasn't lying. So like,
No. You weren't lying about that. But she picked up that there was stuff going on, and so wanted to know what was up.
there's a lot of stuff going on in her head, in Vi's head right now.
Mm-hmm.
Least of all, which is actually the Hitchens bullshit at this point.
Yep. But either way, she's a perceptive gal, and so just wanted to see. Okay, cool.
Before we roll out, do we want to take a break?
I was going to figure out how many people you all gather, and then we can take a break. So who wants to rally the troops?
I'll roll tactics or persuade.
Taxi.
Tactics do not matter here. This is, hey, who wants to come with us to like intimidate a bunch of really scary guys?
Taxi, buddy.
What's your persuade?
Friends, family members,
Yes.
nomads.
Lend me our ears.
Are we sure we don't want Todd to do this? Todd can do this, everybody. He can do it.
I know Todd hasn't had a lot to do yet, but
He just
maybe
very
not
intensely
the part.
stares at people, like just gets really close.
Get in
You're
the
like, I think
car.
you should come on this mission.
Get in the
I think you'd be
fucking
really
car.
great.
I think I won't.
I think you will.
Why don't you come for a ride with me? Mommy told me not to get in cars with Todd.
It won't be a car. It'll be a truck. Hop on in.
Oh my god. All right. So, Dexy, how do you want to marshal the troops here? Get the family on board with this plan.
Oh well, see, it's easy to get them all together because I know they have to come to the dinner tent, to the mess tent, right?
Yeah, so this is
And we
the
can
while
explain.
you're serving them food, you're like, "Hey,
Hey, while everybody's here, yeah, like we have our friends, Roy and his family, the Mexican restaurant that we helped them relocate down here, and they've been good to us, and we've been good to them. But he's got some vile, evil Shivrav Nation people who are like out there at his place, and we that does not fly, right? That is not cool, uncool. No, can't allow that. So we're going to go out there and we're going to help our friend. And then he's going to continue to help us. So who's coming with me?
awesome. Roll your persuade for me, sir." as you rally the troops. 25. Critical
31.
success. 31. Beautiful. You get 31 people to come with you. Out of 200 and something folks, right? Because you've got the Bigfoot tribe here. You've got these folks, and a bunch of them are from the Bigfoot. Because the Bigfoot want to like give in, right? They're like, hey, we want to like put in a little bit to the family here, and this looks like a thing that matters. So yeah, man, we're rested now. We're ready to go. Let's get on this. So you get 31 people to join you in this call to arms.
Nice.
So
I need the big trucks in front, Dexy. Along with
I
mine.
mean, nice also means that we have to like make sure that 31 people come back alive and not
We don't want
wounded.
31 people in the shop. We just need them out walking around, being seen.
Getting fuel.
yeah. All right. So we are going to go take a break, folks, while they worry about the logistics of fitting 31 people into the vehicles that they've got. And, you guys, you're going to have guns. You guys are going to just hang out by the gas tanks or whatever. Y'all are figuring that stuff out while we're at break. And we'll come back with you all rolling up to good old Roy's Mexican Motel Cafe. So, folks, we will be back in 15 minutes. I still need 15 minutes these days for my breaks, but we'll be back. We'll be right back. So, see y'all in a little bit. All right, we're back. Took a little longer than I thought. Sorry about that, folks. We are back and rolling out with 31 family members along with these 5. So 36 total, right? We got a lot of people going. You have, I'm going to say, like 2 trucks, probably the Beast, a couple of guys on bikes, a couple of people on like in other cars, like other like hardened armored chassis cars, and then just some people in the like mailbox, like take those and take those, I guess, you know. So like you also have a couple of beaters with the chicken wire doors and that kind of thing going out there as well. Because this is
I
what
scraped that one back off the street after I drove it into a fire truck.
No, remember they had a bunch of those. So the one was gone, but they still had some backup. And so last minute notice, you guys get the fleet together, the available fleet, and head out to Roy's Chexican Motel Cafe, I should say. Cool. Anything special y'all want to declare before I just get you at the gas station?
Med bag and all that stuff.
Yep.
Med scanner.
Can I hit the armory to try to get that armor that I had last time I went into Night City? There was like a light armor jack or something like that.
Yes, you can have a light armor jacket.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did really quickly, did one of my shields break? Did I give you a shield and did you use it?
There was a shield that did not return. Actually, I don't think either shield returned because they both took all of the damage that was allowed to the shield.
Okay.
Actually, that's a lie. One of those just got dropped and left.
I was about to say one of them still had a couple of hit points left and was like, fuck this.
But that wasn't mine. Mine saved us from getting shot.
I did not have one of those. That's not mine. I'm not the one who wrecked that.
That was Vinton.
So Ty, you have a shield.
What?
I have a shield now. Okay. Can I roll something, and if I fail, well, okay. Let me think on something. Never mind.
Do you want Todd to have replaced that shield by this evening?
No, it's okay. For one is for now. One is good for now.
Okay.
All
I mean,
about this guy.
I love that Todd's kind of a shield bearer. It's like, no man, I'm just sitting here making shields, like just banging them out,
Don't touch them. They're mine. I did them all.
You've got like the armadillo backpack with like multi shields just like layered on top of one another.
It's for safety reasons. Don't touch me.
That's right. All right. So yeah, you all head out to Roy's, and Roy's is, I'll just go ahead and find my bad guys here. I'm going all the way back to our Traveler game to find my bad guys for Roy's. Here we go. Pirate tokens. Oh, I love the pirates. All right. So
The Shivrav guys came from space. That's so hosed.
I mean, so the High Riders book, or Deep Space, the Cyberpunk in Space book, the supplement for it, there are nomads out there.
Of course. They are.
So why wouldn't there be Shivrav in space? There might not be any anymore. The survivability of space has gone way down in the time of the Red. Like, it might be that we really can't suffer a bunch of space pirates these days, okay?
No more space pirates.
Back in the day, it was all right, but nowadays, no, it's not okay.
The lesser known faction called Space Rat.
Space Rav.
Space Rav.
So Shivrav, you've been monitoring them on the drone. The drone has, it's not flying right now. It's perched on a rock. So it's like flight time is a lot longer because the little rotors aren't spinning, right? So all this is effectively free. It's like got its little camera going and it's sending back an image every couple of seconds. It's not doing full motion video. It's doing like, high res snapshots every so often kind of thing. And that is something that, like, as it gets further away, the frame rate goes down and all that kind of stuff, as it has to go to longer range antennae. Anyways, and so one of the guys has gone out to his bike, and And that is the situation when you all roll up. There is one Shiv Rav at his bike as the family crests the hill. I'm going to put Roy over here. He is inside dealing with the other 4 Shiv Rav when you all pull up. And, you're all coming down off this hill. You've got some bikes out in front with like a car full of dudes. And then you've got the 2 trucks. And then you've got other cars behind the trucks full of people. Right? Because moving 30 people, I mean, that's it. No matter what, it takes a lot of cars to do that. Right? So there is actually kind of a significant convoy that you've put together. And you all kind of crest that hill and start making your way down. And this guy who is out by his bike kind of like stops what he's doing. He's got his hands in his saddlebag kind of thing and kind of watches the convoy as you all start rolling in. And as we approach, what are the marching orders for the family? What have you all told them to do when they get there? Just so I know, like, how they're going to initiate.
Like, kind of set up like a faux security. Like, they look like they got security. Have a couple guys have, like, around both my truck and I'm going to say principals rig.
Okay.
Hi.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I love it. So Principal's rig is there and the Gambler is there.
And then
I love
my
it.
rig's there.
Yeah.
My rig is lit up with midnight runners, the lights and stuff. I haven't lit it up for a while. And I would have talked to Annie and Principal, basically saying that if it goes loud, exfil everybody.
Okay. So Annie and Principal, they know the deal. They know that this is Paper Tiger, that you're going to go up trying to intimidate these guys off the gas station. And but if things get froggy, it's time to get the family out, kind of thing, and let you all deal with whatever the aftermath is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So yeah, these I'm gonna say you have 4 bikes, two pairs of 2, and they come down, revving the engine, like just kind of announcing we have arrived, right? This here is Midnight Runners territory, kind of thing. And 2 of the bikes roll right up to the gas station, and the other 2 hang out by the pumps, by the diesel pumps, or the Chew pumps, and they like kind of park the bikes and basically stand there, not with guns out, but like guns obviously on them, slung, kind of thing, leaving their motorcycle helmets on.
Mm-hmm.
Little HUD light ups, telling them what's up. And the 2 guys by the gas station, they don't make move to go into the gas station, but they make move to like, they're within, say, 10 yards of the front door, right? Maybe closer to 20 yards, not 20, maybe closer to like 8 yards from the front door, a kind of deal. So like they're on the front door, but they're not like, they don't have a hand on it, kind of thing. Right. And the guy that's been like in his saddlebags as all of this is transpiring, he's kind of he's taken a couple of steps away from his bike, and you can see that from his bike he's drawn some kind of shotgun, and he just like he has it loosely in his hands, kind of holding it low, and is just kind of watching this scene unfold. And you all read, there's a bunch of human perception in this crew. You all kind of get an instant read of this guy. He's not nervous. He's just like, are we about to pop off? Do I need to do something about this or nah? Like he's cool as a cucumber. His bike is the one that has a lance coming up out of one of the saddlebags, and hanging off of that, strapped to it with a bunch of like duct tape, is like a decaying human skull. And the trucks roll in, whoosh, all this dust gets kicked up, right, as the 2 of you take 2 different bays.
Oh yeah, no, Jake Break is roaring probably for both of us.
Yeah.
We're making a point.
Yep, cool. And so yeah, there's like big dust up and like a big black smoke coming out of the stacks and everything like that. And then all the other cars are kind of filtering around the trucks. People are getting out. Some people have guns on like in their hands. Some people still have them just slung, right? And the whole family is kind of like, puffing up a little bit. They're milling around the truck, that kind of thing, as you and principal and everybody, you all can all get out or do whatever you want to do. But this is the kind of positioning of the vehicles as you all have staked your territory on this gas station.
Some of us want to go inside and make a show. Also, Dave, I would have
Yeah.
texted Roy when we were leaving, so
Cool.
that he was aware.
Yep. Yeah. Roy sent back like, oh God, what would he have sent? Like, probably like a thumbs up emoji and then like a sweaty emoji.
Sounds accurate.
And that's what you got back from Roy.
Would just I don't know if this is out of character knowledge, but I want to know regardless. Are these Shiv-Rav maybe like the biker gangs of the ones where like if you mess with their bike, they're like, oh no, like that's what they hold all dear, or is it still I want to eat babies kind of Shiv-Rav?
I want to eat babies. Yeah, no, it's both. So it's like
Okay.
In the old books, the old Neo Tribes books, Shiv-Rav was described as like kind of aping on Hell's Angels and all those guys, right?
Mm.
But now it's the time of the Red, right? Where like things are way worse. So these guys are even more animalistic than they were in the past.
Okay.
And I know that, so like every nomad family kind of has their shtick. Like you guys are delivery, right? And there's like builders and farmers and all that kind of stuff. Shiv-Rav, their deal is violence. Like you can hire them to do violence, and they're really good at doing violence, right? But they're not good at farming or like taking care of packages or, building things. They're just like nomadic, violent assholes. And so when they're not on the job, they are just freelance and then being violent on their own, right? So that's what these guys are. And so yeah, that's the situation.
So are they actual mercenaries where you can hire them to do a job, or is it more like we'll pay you to come be in this general vicinity and continue to be assholes here?
Right. Yeah, it kind of depends on the family. So yeah, the nation as a whole is like, hey, we're accepting contracts, right? Come on. But there are some families that are worse to work with than others, right? Like, you don't worry about whether or not your double cross of the Shiv-Rav is going to go down well because they're already going to double cross you, kind of deal. So some of the families are worse than others. You don't know which family you're working with here just yet, but yeah, there's a lot of different stories about different Shiv-Rav families being super dicks or like just, hey, yeah, we're mercenaries and we came up and did a job and then we left.
I mean, the skull off the back of the spike is kind of a suggestion that they may be a little bit of the
Right. Right.
The more dickish variety.
Yeah, just maybe.
I was gonna ask, as we got out of the trucks, looking over at the bikes and stuff, if I can use either highway or maybe Night City local expert.
Highway local expert, my friend.
To see if I can peg which section is it, like who they are with.
Which family it is. Yep.
Yeah.
Dexy, same as you. Same for you. You can go ahead and do like your connections or something like that. See if you know these guys. Oh no.
Let's go ahead and get the one out of the way now.
No. All right. So you got a 7. Yeah, you're like, oh, spiky bikes. Yeah, this is a spiky bike gang. Fuck. Like I don't.
Oz could have told us that.
I knew they were the spiky bike gang.
No, I don't even think Vincent says anything.
No, you see a very annoying look on his face. Like, God damn it, I know these people. It's on the tip of my tongue.
Yeah, definitely.
Wait, these are like the Chaos Space Marines. I'm thinking of something else.
That's totally different.
No, that was a game back in the early 20th century.
Different universe.
Mike, you need to stop seeing that all my Shiv-Rav are references to Warhammer, okay? You need to stop seeing that.
That's right. That's right. They were the Skaven.
You need to stop seeing
I'm
that.
still upset they didn't have a rattling gun, but that's.
Do they have blood for the Blood Guards somewhere tattooed on their arm anywhere?
You guys are giving it all away. How do you know these things?
Sorry.
Sorry, we're done.
Do not look at the man behind the curtain. Come on.
Yeah, what can I roll to try to figure this out? Because I don't have highway local expert.
Yeah, don't you have like a connections thing with the fixers, like where you know a bunch of people? Isn't that in the fixer role? Like
oh geez. I need the actual book. Oh, that's not fair. Who came up with that?
Oh my god. We can just skip it. That's fine too.
Oh no. It's a thing now.
I just have this image of like Casey, Benton gets out the truck and looks, oh yeah, I know them. They're the Shiv Rav.
Yeah. That's exactly how it would go.
Yep.
Like talking to Pinnacles, like the shit rap, I guess.
Yeah.
100%.
So let's see. It says contacts are people I can reach out to source goods, favors, or information.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. I was hoping that it would be like a little bit more extra on knowledge.
Yeah. No, it's more like, hey, I know a guy.
Okay.
Not.
All right. Never mind. So yeah, as you're seeing this, you're probably thinking, I know a guy who could tell me about these people, but
oh yeah,
no time for that now. All right, fair enough. Sorry about that. So yeah, you have this guy. Everybody's giving him, the what is the range on the shotguns in this game? Like everybody's giving him the required 20-meter berth, right? Nobody wants to get within easy range of this gun. As you're all like kind of filtering out. Inside Roy's Chexican restaurant, you see these four guys are up at the bar talking to Roy in like a very like leaned in eye-to-eye discussion. And one of the dudes has like turned his back to the whole discussion with Roy and has his like is just kind of watching this scene unfold outside and is just kind of being the observer inside the place while the other two are still like locked in on Roy, and it looks like Roy is sweating. They're doing the sales pitch right now. And Roy's like,
Are we close enough to hear like what language they're speaking with Roy?
No, I'm gonna say you guys are still outside. You just see the body language of everybody inside the restaurant while you're like kind of filtering around here, getting a lay of the land.
So is the guy with the shotgun in his range like between us and getting into the restaurant? Is that what's going on? Okay.
Yeah, he's at the bikes outside, and you've got your two guys there. And they could own the front door if they needed to. They would have to contend with him. They'd get into his range, but they're there.
Oz, can you break his shotgun?
It's not a. I can't break a shotgun. I mean if it was an electronic shotgun drone.
Oh, okay, sorry.
And you'd have to get within 6 meters.
Yeah.
Okay, then.
Damn it! Why are we playing Shadowrun?
So the practical upshot here is that I'm going to go walk towards the door and be like, "Hey, we're going to go inside and sit down." That's cool, right?
I mean, Oz would have gotten off the truck and started towards the door.
Yeah, then would have already been there.
I mean,
okay.
Where's Ta? Ta, come on, Ta.
What does Ta want to do?
Yeah, what does Ta want to do?
Oz gets like halfway there and turns around and goes, "Ta, get your butt over here." Or I'm not picking your food up for you. You're gonna have to get your own this time.
Mischief or no mischief? That is the question.
As Mischief has done you so well in the past.
Yeah. I can't get into Ta's mind right now, so I guess no mischief right now. I go with Ben.
I stick with Dexy.
Okay.
Dexy's gonna be up front with it, and that's yeah.
All right, so it sounds like all 5 of you are rolling up to the door.
Yep.
Yeah, because as far as Dexy's kind of concerned right now, Dexy is still considering himself Plan A.
Sure.
Like I'm gonna go up, and Vinton's here with me because I'm not going anywhere without the big guy here. With like the guy who skulls on pikes. Like these guys, not super trusted this. But yeah, like Dexy wants to get into that conversation that's going on inside.
Okay. Okay, perfect. So yeah, you're all making your way towards the door, and who's in front?
I am.
Okay, cool. Guy with the shotgun is gonna do a little stare down with you.
Ooh, so stare down. Face down.
How do I do face down?
So face down, you are going to roll your reputation plus a d10, and this guy's gonna roll it as well.
If you go back to the front page of the character sheet, down in the bottom right, there's a button.
What is my reputation at this point? I said 3.
Oh,
You hadn't been tracking that really.
yeah. So your reputation around Sacramento is a 3. Your reputation around Head City is probably a 4 at this point.
Okay.
Ooh.
Is that
For
true
just Vinton
for
or all of us?
everybody?
Yeah, that's
or-
gonna be true for all of you. The Midnight Runners have really made a big splash here in Night City.
Come on.
I should say the Big Iron Gang, their reputation in Sacramento is a 5 because they shot headquarters twice.
I'm gonna put a point of luck in this.
Okay, 17.
That's an 18 because it
18.
didn't look it
Oh,
didn't
'cause
look like it calculated it.
The 2 luck, it didn't add the 2 luck, or
Yeah.
okay, cool.
Or the 1 luck.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So you put in the 1 luck. Good stuff. So that is an 18.
Yep.
Okay. So yeah, he's kind of squaring off on you, and you see him kind of jostle the shotgun in his hands just a little bit, like hey, I still have a boomstick, right? And just how people are sometimes when they're like, am I gonna shoot this or not? Like they just kind of jostle a little bit. And the two of you like just lock eyes, and there's this like moment of like you kind of forget that you're with your crew. You kind of forget that there's like other guys in this restaurant, as you just like are like an icebreaker through the ice, making your way to that door, watching this guy, and then like just for the briefest of moments, he breaks, and then comes back. And
you see a little bit of a smile on his
Yep.
face.
Yep.
Mm,
Yep.
Wise choice.
And he doesn't challenge you going through that door. Meanwhile, inside, the other 2 guys have turned sorry, 2 guys are now facing the door as you're all coming in. And one of them is starting to step towards the door as you all come into Roy's Motel Cafe Checkskin Extravaganza. I'm going to put Roy and one of the Shivrav dudes. Actually, I'm going to put 2 of the Shivrav dudes together. And I'm going to put another 2 kind of off, separated from the bunch. Put Roy over here. And then I'm going to have all of y'all, boom, up here. And we'll just kind of... Tar, you're with the crew, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Probably at the back though.
At the back. All right. I love it. So Dexy, Vinton up near the front, Oz, Violet kind of in the middle, maybe?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Cool. Todd, take up the rear. So these guys come in. You're all coming in through the front door. These guys are like halfway through the restaurant at this point. There's like tables near them, chairs near them, that kind of thing. But they're just putting you between them and they're just putting themselves between you and the discussion, right? And as you come in, you're met with, of course, like air conditioner, the smell of like cooked food, and you can hear this conversation between Roy and these 2 gentlemen. And it sounds like, especially for anybody with like the augmented hearing, where you're like doing the voice stress analyzer and that kind of thing, Roy is clearly stressed. The guys that are talking to him are like, "Hey, it seems like there's a little bit of a pause in this conversation, but I want you to know that nothing changes in the next couple of minutes, okay?" And they turn to see you guys. And what is it I want to say here? These guys have shotguns. This guy in the back here has a rifle. This guy that was talking to Roy has a heavy pistol. None of them are trying to hide anything in terms of that business. But out of this crew, Vinton, I think you're the only one. Vinton, make a. What do we want to do for memory? I guess do a intelligence plus perception.
That makes sense.
Yeah, intelligence plus perception.
Why am I rolling like crap today?
Okay, cool. So yeah, you're all in the room now, and you're kind of getting a read on these guys. Clearly, the two coming up to you are like the meat. They're the toughs in the room, and you've got like a leader and his second up over by Roy, kind of deal.
Okay. I would be like, is anyone around quote unquote the diesel desk?
Oh right. Probably not.
Okay.
Probably
Then
at
I
this
would-
point he's cleared out his staff as well as he can, and it's just Roy in here negotiating / stalling for time.
I would put a smile on my face, trying to look somewhat non-threatening by still being threatening. Be like, Roy, I need my usual couple hundo on the pumps. What's going on?
Yeah, sure thing. I'll get right on that. You two sit tight, and he heads over to a station to start working on that. It's on the same counter, so he just moves over like, I don't know, 3 meters, kind of deal. So he is separated from them a little bit.
I would
Is
go and
that
meet.
far enough to feel like it's kind of safe to like throw another comment towards him without it being like I'm interrupting your conversation with the Shivraf dudes?
How do you mean?
Basically, I just wanted to try speaking to him in Spanish. Be like, everything okay?
Gotcha.
It's going to be right.
Gotcha.
Like,
Yeah, sure. Yeah, you go ahead and is that kind of what you want to say there?
yeah, like try to, without getting into detail, like get a feel for how the situation is going right now.
Yeah. He kicks back to you that well, he goes to respond, and this guy kind of steps forward and is like, hey, our business with the owner here is our business, and you don't need to put your nose in where it don't belong, kind of thing.
Okay, so he speaks Spanish too.
But no, he doesn't speak Spanish. He just sees y'all talking. He's like, no, I don't, like his interaction was to stop Roy from saying anything. Doesn't mean that he knows what was said, but that he's just stopping you guys from having that conversation.
Okay.
Excuse me, sir. I don't see a problem with my dude talking. We got some orders that we need to fill here. I got a lot of people to feed. What's it your business?
Get your gas and move on. No sweat off my
I'm
back.
sorry.
But you got to get going.
I said I got to feed my people. We're going to feed our people.
Oh, you're going to move on from here. Yeah, there's not enough time for food. All of his staff is gone for the day, aren't they? Rick? And he's like, Roy, but yeah, they're all gone for the day. He's like, see? Nobody's here. Get your gas and go, kids.
Can I
So
call
we're gonna get
Ta? Yeah. Ta, are you able to cover the guy outside with the shotgun?
I can sneak out. Yeah, sure. If you need me to.
Yeah, can we put you as make sure the rest of the people get out safe way?
Okay.
Thank you. I promise I will take care of you with all the healings if something bad should happen.
You're assuming something bad will happen.
Have you talked to Vinton in the last
Whatever, I'm gone.
year?
I can hear, like, I'll subcomms, like, I can hear you.
I meant you to.
Okay. So
Thanks, Tom.
is it? Yeah, of course. Is it sneaky snake time? Where should I roll for stealth to see if I can like move out?
Yeah, you're trying to like break away from this group and get back outside without really causing a lot of fuss, right?
Yeah, exactly.
All right, yeah, go ahead and give me your stealth roll. This is going to be mostly about timing of where everybody's attention is at, because you're in a well-lit restaurant. So it's not about you hiding and skulking in the shadows. It's about knowing when people's gazes are averted, looking at other people kind of deal.
18.
Okay, 18 versus their perception. Guys inside. Okay, cool. You step back outside, and it looks like the crew inside doesn't notice or care. But this guy outside immediately moves to put kind of the bike between you and him, and is kind of looks your way, glances at the situation inside, and says, "Hey, you, go join your friends over there," indicating to the guys on the bikes.
Like he's telling me to go back to the people at the bikes?
Yep.
How far is he in between those people?
He is, so the guys on the bikes are probably 25 meters, 20 meters from him, 20 meters from him. And he is like right at that like 15-meter range from the door kind of deal. So he's
Okay, so
he's in good range for his shotgun on the door, but not to those guys.
okay, so he goes, yeah, sure. And Tal will kind of slowly just start walking by him to get in between the people and him. So he's still going to be closer to the bike, but he's going to slowly kind of be walking towards him.
So just to get the image right, he's telling you
Yeah.
to walk away from him towards guys on the bike that are on, like, you're at this door and you're already between him and the guys on the bikes. And he's telling you to get back to the guys on the bikes, to not go closer to him.
Oh,
Does that make sense?
kind of. Could you like
Draw it out a little
ping
bit.
where?
Yeah.
draw
Here,
it
let
out
me
just a
let
little
me
bit.
yeah let me just draw some stuff here on the thing here. I'll just do some freehand bidnaz. So I'm gonna put a bike. Grab this guy. He's back here by his bike. Oh, and let me like. All right, there we go. This bluish line is outside and inside, right?
Yeah.
And so there's bike, there's a door, and then there's bike and bike over here with other folks. And what he's telling you to do, as you came out of this door, he's telling you to go back towards these other bikes, these other two black lines.
And so he is about 10 meters from me, you said?
He's like right at 15 meters from you.
Okay.
So right in the, like, he's at the edge of his range for his shotgun to you, but is a brisk, fast walk away from the door. And then these guys are like 20-ish meters away from him.
Okay. So yeah, Tal would definitely like go out beyond the door, so it looks like he's actually leaving, while still positioning himself in between the two. Be like, hey man, I'm not. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
So it sounds like you're going to be like kind of here between him and those guys.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, if you kind of make a couple of steps towards them at all, like that seems to have given him what he wants.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I just want to make sure that walking past him was not in your plan, because that would have changed the scene.
Okay. Yeah. No. Yeah. I'm not. Yeah. I'll be kind of like right about where I'm in the map.
Okay. Perfect. Good stuff. So yeah, sorry for the mouse art, folks, but that is what I get right now. So back inside with the situation inside. Our lieutenant here has given y'all the ask, I guess, the command to take off, and said that you're not going to get any food today.
Can I do another face down?
I think Dexy will try to like get in front of it in a little bit and like just like okay, hang on. It's like, look, we're here. We got a lot of people we got to feed. You understand that? You got people here. No, there's more of you out there somewhere. Our man Roy, you'll notice he has a name tag that says Roy. Like, he's a friend of ours. Came here with us. We keep an eye on this man.
Oh, he's
So,
your
I'm
friend.
curious what all it is that you guys are here for, and how can we come to an amenable agreement?
Okay, so he's your man. This is your place.
Let's go with yes.
Okay. So maybe I should be negotiating with you then. Here's the deal. My crew needs gas. And places like this, we always like to have a good working relationship. So if you say that this place is friendly to Shiv Rav and is willing to give us the family discount, then we're all good.
Bullshit.
Oh yeah, no, like there are definitely going to be strings attached to this deal. Like, well, having a consistent customer base is, of course, always good for like burgeoning small business in the wasteland such as this. But I think Dixie is like just kind of walking that direction in general as he's having the conversation, and hopefully it's like mellow enough in the process that he's not like getting too messed with for it.
Yeah,
So,
I think
a
that
couple steps here and there.
I think that these guys make a path because he's negotiating with you now, right? And so like they know well enough to not get in their boss's way and screw up a negotiation, right?
It's like, we haven't met before or anything, but we recognize your bikes. We're familiar with Shiv Rav. Gotta say, deserved or not my call. Y'all have a reputation.
It's good. It's good. It means you know what you're working with.
It's understood. Yeah, it's just we want to make sure that if our friend here is going to have clientele coming on a regular basis, that you're not going to be putting the rest of the business in jeopardy. It's one thing for y'all to come in, get some gas, get some food, have a beer or two, get back on the road. You start breaking heads in the place, we got an argument on our hands.
He's kind of looking at you and saying, "All right, so no regulating, but it sounds like if we show up with thirst and hunger, we're not gonna get turned away." Is that what I'm hearing?
Fair trade of goods and services in exchange for currency. That's how this works.
Sure.
I don't know if you're familiar with capitalism or not, but
Yeah, no, I had talked a
let
little
me
bit
explain
about
how it works and why it's bad.
yeah. So I talked a little bit about the family treatment. I imagine that you all have kind of that sort of arrangement going on here. I want the same thing for my crew.
Add a character. They want protection.
No, what he wants is
Like
like
discounts.
yeah, he wants to be treated like a midnight runner. He wants to be able to like come in here, get all the food he wants, get all the gas he wants, pay, the discounted rate, and basically be treated like a midnight runner. That's what he's asking for. Is I want to be treated like you're treated. I want to be welcomed like you're welcomed.
While this is going on, Dave, I'd like to be walking around the store and picking up heavy bags of snacks.
Okay.
Just whatever the heaviest bag of snacks. Like
Oh, look,
almond
flavored gravel.
pretty much.
Yeah, so you break away from the group?
Yep.
Okay. So when you break away from the group, this guy is kind of your minder. He doesn't get close to you, but if you go into another section of this like restaurant, gas station situation, he's going to make sure that he can see you.
No, I'm
I'm just going to make sure that he is between that guy and Vi at all times.
Okay, cool. So the two of you break off and go and do that. Then these two guys break off and monitor both of you.
I'm listening to Dexy. I'm watching the two guys. Like my attention is.
And I'm watching all of them.
I'm listening to Dexy just in case, but I am watching them.
Yeah. So Vincent, roll me a tactics.
Okay.
You know that your med tech just made a bad tactical error. Oh, you didn't need to roll for that.
Oh, I
I
put it
didn't
in
even
science
look
by
at it.
accident. I didn't see it up there. Hold on.
Yeah, no worries. No worries.
Can I roll tactics as well?
Sure.
19.
Oh yeah, then you're good. So Oz, by all means, understand the situation you're in. That's good. But 19 and 19, awesome, cool. So by doing this, you all have effectively split the group, right? And while you're in the like shop area with food and all that kind of stuff, these two guys are going to be able to pretty effectively keep you from getting back to your group if they want to. Um, Now, you, of course, in Cyberpunk, you can just make a break for it and run and all that kind of stuff. Like, there's very little they can do to actually stop you unless they grapple you. But at least for purposes of this scene, there's kind of now two different scenes going on. There's the two of you in here grabbing like snacks and sodas and junk like that, or whatever you want in here, being minded by these two guys. And these two guys are now able to effectively zone you out from getting back to the group.
Why?
And these guys in here, I mean,
It's fun.
yeah, these guys, you know, you've got a, what is this, a shotgun and a heavy pistol with the guys that are still in here with Dexy and Vinton, and you've got a shotgun and a rifle with the two of you in the other section of the store.
Is it a regular rifle or is it an auto rifle?
Oh, it's an assault rifle for sure. Yeah,
Okay.
these guys aren't like, they're not gentle.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm a little confused on how things are kind of laid out on this. Did they walk past Benton to get?
No, I don't assume that you all walked past them either. Y'all entered the restaurant and then went over to where there are like snacks and shit, right? And so in gas station restaurants, in my mind, you've got the restaurant and the countertop where Roy and these guys were at, and then over there somewhere is the condiments and not condiments, but the like chips and snacks and the rest of the gas station, right? The concession area. And the two of you walked there, right? And one of the guys in the group was like, "Oh, well, that's interesting. I'll go there." And then you went, and so the other guy's like, "Oh, that's more interesting. I'll go there too." And so you two are in a different space here, and these guys are kind of between you and the group now, as you have left the restaurant area and are now in the like chips and snacks area. Does that all that make sense?
Yeah. If they were moving to cut us off, I would have grabbed Vi to stop them from them doing that. I mean, I didn't really understand how this was laid out and how it was working. I mean, if they were moving to shadow us, that was one thing. But if they moved to get between me and Vi, Oz would have grabbed Vi and been like, "No."
Well, so at first it's probably a shadow, right? Like you're walking towards the thing, and they're just kind of walking with you a little bit. They're not getting close or anything like that. And then when you get into the other section, it's like, oh, okay, well, if we take these two tables here, then we're kind of between you and your group. And you would have already been in that section, right?
I'd grab Vi. I'd send her a message. Let's go back.
Okay.
So you guys turn to come back, and the guy with the shotgun's like, "Let's let them talk it out. You guys sit tight."
I want to pay for my candy and get back out to the car. Like, I like wave the bag of Whoppers at him.
Sure, yeah. And Roy is over by the station, is like, yeah, let me ring you up, as he like goes to leave the counter. And this guy kind of barks at him, is like, "You stay put there, Roy. All right?" And Roy freezes. And
He got the name right.
He did.
I would sub calm and be like, "Dexy, get the negotiations rolling before I blow one of these fools' heads off, because if they bark one more time, I am going to kill all of them."
So,
I don't have subcoms to answer back. All I can do is kind of do that like kind of raised hand to the side, like we're good.
Yeah, so just real quick, so I know Oz and Vi, you've got a guy holding a shotgun and a left hand out saying, "Why don't y'all cool it? Just stay put." Before Dexy gets to say anything, you might decide to do something, and I want to know what that is.
Oz does have his shotgun out.
Okay.
And he's got it ready. He stops for a moment and looks at Dexy like, we're going to start something. You got 30 seconds.
I shake my bag of candy at this guy. That's my action.
Okay.
Whoa, 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 whoa! We're five little Fonzies here. Everybody's cool. All right.
Says, yeah. Listen to your boss.
See, I like him now.
I don't think these guys are cool.
It's gonna further control. Further control.
May kind of look at Annie Oakland and Principal and just kind of give them, be ready for something nod.
Sure. Yeah, you're kind of doing the check-in with your groups kind of thing, and everybody's like, we're getting gas. They've got the trucks connected. There's no fuel pumping. They're all like, oh yeah, we're keeping up airs out here. And
glug, glug.
Yeah.
Keep
So-
coming.
Is this like an
all
old?
the motorcycles, and it's taking an hour. Oh, it's so slow to fill this tank that's that big. Yeah.
I am interested, David, out of character. Is this like an old school type of pump where if they just flip the handles, it can actually start pouring chew, or do we actually have to have it electronically?
I mean, it stands to reason that somebody in the station needs to flip on the switch, right? And if you told Roy to do it, Roy would have done it
Yeah,
because he's
I
at
would-
the station to do that.
I would have said it like, hey man, just the usual flip them on.
Yep, and that's what he would have done, right? And
yeah.
if they're out there, you're actually getting gas now.
Yeah.
That's entirely doable. But
Yeah.
they're all kind of acting like, yeah, we're pretty sure it's cool, even though this conversation's gone on for a little bit and we're getting a little nervous out here, kind of deal.
I would subcom out of character. Would Principal have some kind of comms that I could at least subcom him? Annie?
It stands to reason you can reach somebody out there, Annie. Or
Okay.
somebody.
I'll be like, Annie, in 15 minutes. If we don't,
15, 5, less than 5.
That might as well be days. We're gonna be done
Okay.
with that.
30
in five,
seconds.
no, not 30 seconds. I would have been like 5 minutes. Start the trucks, start moving out. And then
Cool. Annie's got that order.
Or
Stuff.
gunfire. Or
They already had
Or
that
that.
one. They already knew the gunfire thing.
Okay.
It was like, oh, we're getting out of here now.
there's your clock, Dexy.
Yeah.
All right. So it's got 6 ticks on it, and I got to fill in one. Yeah, okay.
There's another clock that says we pissed them off.
Yeah,
We got 4 on that
armor
one.
are these
that's
guys
fair.
wearing?
That's
What kind of armor are these guys wearing?
They're wearing like probably effectively light armor jackets. It's all like you can see like on their forearms is like a bunch of like razor blades and stuff like that. They've got like little stud spikes on their shoulders, kind of deal. I mean, these guys look like little porcupines, right? They look like you don't really want to grab them because you're gonna get cut just by putting your hands on them. But it's probably effectively light armor jacket.
Actually, I don't know if it's subcom. If it's good to have them around this close to the family.
I don't have subcoms. I can't respond.
Oh, I thought you.
Nope.
Oh, you just see it like text messages, right?
Yeah, I've got a Chiron. I can get like messages that like scroll across the screen,
Yeah.
but I can't answer back to nobody now. Yeah, and like aside from like I'm gonna turn to the total other room and be like, no, it's like
Mhm.
sorry, just I don't get a response here right now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go, Dixie, go.
Yeah, I think the deal I'm gonna try to cut with them is you can come here, you can get stuff. Roy's still got to make some money because if Roy don't make money, I don't make money, and I'm making money. So you can have a discount. It's not going to be as much of a discount as the Midnight Runners are getting.
Give me let's do your street deal. Let's see you negotiate this guy.
Do you want the whole haggle and stuff?
Yeah, because you're at this point haggling with this guy.
I'm not sure if I set this up to auto-calculate luck points or not, but I'll put all 6 luck points into it,
The
because
fuck?
I love it. I love it.
why not?
Yeah, I think I'll
Thir-
six of them.
32. Holy smokes,
Is that
dude.
with or without the luck?
That is with the luck,
Yeah,
yeah.
I see the 6 at the end there.
It's a 32 without being a crit, yeah.
Wow. Wow. Okay, cool.
Haggle,
Yeah,
man.
this guy
Haggle.
rolled well, but not 32 well. So you guys start talking shop, and as you talk shop, the tension goes down, right? Because now it's clear to his crew that he's going to strike some kind of deal, and they don't need to worry about going all like crazy in this room. And as you're kind of
y'all are super hardcore, but 31 against 6?
yeah, so as you kind of wind it down, he's like, all right, no, it's I get you. I get you. It's kind of weird though, right? Roy, you hooking up with these guys, Midnight Runners? You know who you're talking to? Who's protecting you now? And Roy's kind of like looking up from the counter, like, what do you mean? I was like, I don't recognize most of these jerk offs out there or in here, but that one, looking at Vinton, I seen him. Ask him about Prosper one day. Ask him how that went. Get out of here, guys.
You see Vin like, and he looks at him with death glare, like,
Yep.
I'll run you over on the highway. Like this is
Yep.
just him in his mind. He's like, I'm gonna run your fucking ass over on the highway.
Yeah, he matches. He's like, yeah, I got your number, and he just watches you on the way out the door.
In the process of that conversation, like the negotiation, I think one of the things I want is that, like, you guys do not, right? You don't fight here. You don't hit people. Like, I don't care what you're doing here. You're not fighting.
Right.
And I want that guy's contact information.
Yeah, I think as part of that negotiation, the two of you
If
trade.
one of your dudes shows up and starts a fight, I'm not caring. I'm going to screw with them, but I'm calling you.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that's part of y'all's sort of situation between the two of you. Is like, here's the agreement. I'm the contact. You're the contact, and we're holding each other to that, right, as well as we can. But yeah, this guy, these guys all walk out the door. Ta, you are standing pretty close when that happens. Anything from you?
Nope, not really.
Okay.
Still kind of maintaining my position.
They load up on their bikes, with the guy on the shotgun waiting for the other 4 to get on their bikes and start to drive. They get towards the end of the drive, or of the parking lot, and they all kind of stop as the fifth guy gets on his bike and makes a move to leave. And I'm presuming that nobody's going to do anything, because the family's definitely not going to do anything. They were under orders not to. But anybody in this crew going to do anything to these guys on their way out?
I'm watching which way that damn bike goes.
Okay.
His bike, the leader's bike. I watch which way it goes.
All 5 of them go north.
Go north, like they're heading back up the sack.
Yep.
Cool.
Yep. Also
Well,
back towards
actually-
Prosper.
Actually, would it be possible to see if they kind of eavesdrop on them, see if there's kind of talking shit or something as they're walking out?
You know what? One of them does ask one of the gunners, right? One of the guys with shotguns, like, what's all that shit about Prosper? And he's like, and the lieutenant's like, I knew that truck when it rolled up. Those guys abandoned Prosper, fed it to us. Fucking idiots. Roy's a dead man. He doesn't even know it. And then he gets on the bike and leaves.
Okay.
That's what you hear on the way out.
Got it.
Did we catch his name? Did you get his name, Dexy? This is in character.
Yeah, you have his handle. His like name is going to be something like um, 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 a good Shiv Rav name is probably like um,
Crunchy Thunder Britches.
Thunderbridge. No,
Zinch?
no, it's
Nurgle?
no. Shut up. No, no,
Nurgle.
no. It's gonna be like um. Oh fuck. It's gonna be
They're part of the
suggested
Leathernecks,
Road
right?
Rash.
yeah,
Pronto.
the guys are Leatherman. Yeah, yeah. So
Yeah,
it's
Leatherman.
yeah,
right? So,
it's probably gonna be like um like
All AWL.
people just call me Torn.
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 Yeah. It probably stands for something big and nasty, but he just says, you can call me Torn.
Cool. Cool. Cool.
Road
Torn.
Rash Nitro. Thank you, Jagos. Thank you for the submissions in chat.
He's a dead man.
What the fuck is
Mm.
Prosper? What's Prosper?
I'll tell you. Prosper was an outpost that we were sent up there. We ran into these Leathermen and fought them off. There was a call for help that we just couldn't answer. We got caught up with what you call it, Splatoon. It was like roughly the same time we went to go hit Splatoon, and we took that job on. We didn't abandon shit. We had to make a choice, and we made that choice. So, but yeah, we rolled up there. I think it was me, Zorn, the lawman that's with us, and was it you, Dexy? No, it was somebody else. But we went up there, we chased them off, dropped a few of them, and the town seemed like they could handle it. We gave them a comms tower that just so happens that also belonged to another person, and we had to make a choice, and we chose that. I didn't get a chance to get back before we had to go up to Sacramento.
Dexy, you'd probably be in the know on some of this stuff. You would know that Prosper probably got hit by Petrochem.
Because that's where the fucking tower.
Yeah, that's what I would have said. That
my
I would have been like,
God.
it was Petrochem's tower, and we didn't have time. It's the same situation that gave us Bigfoot.
Vi's eyes close. She just takes in a breath, counts, releases it slowly.
Look, in all fairness, Vi,
Mm.
we didn't know it was Petrochem until it was too late. We found it on that ship. You know, the engine. Like, I'm guessing this is safe now, right? Like, we're within family.
Yeah, where do y'all have this conversation?
I would like to have it outside, away from Rory.
Okay, cool. Because Roy does want to ask Dexy, what's Prosper?
I asked there, like I asked.
Well, then I would say what that was, and then any further information, like the tower and all of that, I would say as like there's more to this. He doesn't need to be known about.
Yeah,
And
Roy, as soon as they're gone, he's like, so what's Prosper?
And then it was like, yeah, it's like we had a job. We were trying to connect with that city, Roy. We did. We chased those fools off. I actually gacked quite a few of them. The problem is that when they called for aid, we were in the middle of dealing with Splatoon. And before we could answer, we got requested to move up to Sacramento. So we never had time to send a team out there. But that ain't gonna happen to you. As long as I'm alive.
Good. I like hearing that. He
However
says.
long that is. Yeah. That's like it's bad karma to phrase it that way. Nothing
Well,
gonna
I
happen
mean-
as long as I'm alive.
Well,
It's like-
that's how Vin's going to see it, though. It's like as long
Yeah.
as he's alive, like nothing's going. He's going to try to put more resources because that's a ghost that's haunting him. Is Prosper.
Yep.
And like,
You got a lot of ghosts.
I do.
Vi's gonna pay for her candy.
Okay. You pay for your big whoppers or whatever those are.
I would pay for the actual diesel and fuel we use.
Yeah, of course,
whatever
of
they're
course,
not.
of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like,
Roy's like, hey,
Yeah,
guys.
Dexy gets a bunch of like empanachos,
Okay. He's like, yeah, let me fry those up for you real quick, buddy.
colachos. Yeah.
I was just going to call back to camp to the netrunner that is running the drone and tell it to follow the Shivrab at a distance as best he can. If he even thinks for a moment he might be spotted, to bug out.
Okay.
But as long as he can keep, a really super high, vague idea of where they're going, I want to know where they're at.
Awesome. I love that. Cool. He's not a very good pilot like you are, but he does follow them. So we'll see what that results. I need to take a quick break, guys. I'm very sorry. I'll be right back. Folks, we're gonna do the break screen for like 10 minutes, and we'll wrap up this sitch. Be right back, guys. There it is. I had to find the right thing. Hey guys, we're back. Sorry about that. Quick break. Had to go check on family stuff. We are all good. So let me get away from our picture of Prosper, where we had our old-timey gunfight. It was sniper rifles and shit. We'll get away.
Rifles.
Get back to Roy's here.
No game is complete until it has the level that's the sniper fight. Right?
Yeah, right. That's right.
We got that out of the way early.
We sure did. We sure did. So yeah, you all talked to Roy a little bit, kind of talked him down from being nervous, right? You calmed him down. So our Shiv Rav crew are gone. Well, this is gone. Roy, it's gone. I guess I should have left Roy there. We'll leave Roy there. And the 5 of you are back outside with your trucks, getting loaded, all that kind of stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry to cut us off in the middle of all that stuff, but we're good now. Principal probably checks in, and Annie Oakley probably check in. Is like, we're all good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're good. Go ahead and start heading back.
Okay. Cool. That was exciting.
Very.
Seems like we won.
For now.
All right.
For now, everything's fine. It's good. It's taken care of.
It was good work, Dexy.
You did good work, man. Good job.
Everybody loads back up and heads on out.
Us too, I think.
Yeah, if y'all want to. You're at your pace. The rest of the family, like, they all gets in their cars and starts going.
I'm taking a minute. Just kind of pacing back and forth with his brow furrowed, knowing what he just said. And I was like, fuck. What am I going to do in this situation?
Or like sitting on the running board, like next to the door, like watching you pace back and forth, because like, of course, it was riding with you. That's like.
Well, you're not going to do anything in the parking lot of Roy's, so.
And he kind of snaps out of it, and he's like, yeah. And he starts walking back to his rig. Just like, fuck. This is bullshit.
Roy will be back for fajitas tomorrow.
Awesome. Can't wait. I'll make sure they're ready.
Sorry
We're
for the
back
trouble.
for Fajita Tuesday.
Thanks for giving us a call.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, thanks for being here. I really appreciate it. Having that kind of backup feels real good. Real good.
Good. Good luck with everything.
He and you see him like call as like, Henderson's, I just want to let you know that, everything is passed. We're all good now.
It is safe to unbar the door to your room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can get up off the floor.
Yeah. So it should probably be Griswold's. Griswold's.
Griswold's.
It's okay. You're all fine.
It's a really ugly station wagon
Yeah.
over there with some bulletproof windows in it.
Yeah.
And like that faux wood. Awesome. Got a Christmas tree on top of it.
Yeah,
please.
exactly. It's a Christmas
Yes.
tree, and there's like
Whole nine
one of the
yards.
kids sits in the back with like a shotgun.
Love it.
Yes.
Wood
Also,
paneling is actually bulletproof. They just
Yeah.
paint it like wood to try to disguise it.
Yeah.
Disguise it.
Yeah,
awesome.
exactly.
There's a moment of Vince be like, I wonder if they would trade for that.
Yeah, they probably would. They'd be like, I'll take your beast for this hunk of junk.
No. But as he gets in, he would actually radio to Principal. It's like, Principal, when you get set up back at the camp, I need to talk to you.
Yeah, 10-4.
Cool.
Let's see here. Oz, you get a note from your Netrunner guy flying the little drone.
All right.
He says, "Hey, I've been shadowing these guys. They're going down some dirt road at this point, getting to some bombed out town."
All right. Keep track of where that is, and but don't follow them into town. Just kind of keep an eye out and make sure you got more than enough battery to get back to base.
Yeah, no, they've pulled over. There's a bunch of bikes here. I'm pretty sure this is their place.
All right. Yeah. Then then go back the way you came so that you don't like go in a direct point path towards us. Go back and then come back to base.
Okay. Yeah. Sneak about it. I got you.
Yeah.
How well does he sneak? Okay. He sneaks pretty well. So. Cool.
This is bullshit. Like, that's all you keep hearing as he keeps driving back. Like, all right. What
Violet
time?
is quietly eating her candy, but watching Benton.
What you would see is that those gears turning in his head, that he's thinking, like he's trying to figure a plan, an exit strategy to try to figure this out. It's more he's attentive to the road. Oh, by the way, David, what time is it in the day?
I would say that all this went down like late morning, so it's probably still like,
Okay.
Good time.
Oh, I thought this was after dinner. Okay.
Oh, well, that's a good point. So, Dexy, you were feeding everybody what, lunch or dinner? I'm okay with this being evening. I'm okay with like the sun is setting. That's fine too.
Yeah, no, that was dinner. It was Salisbury steak night.
Oh, that's right.
Right.
Okay, so
Oh.
it's dinner.
You missed Salisbury steak night.
Yeah. So,
But he got Chexican, so it's
so yeah, it's sun is setting. Like now the skies are mostly like reds to purples.
Cool. You start, as he's thinking, you just kind of see him subconsciously start flipping switches to his headlights and to all like his running lights and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And eventually he gets to his headlights.
In the back, you see Oz like start clapping his hands and looks in glee and by.
Dexy has like a lollipop in his mouth, like turns around and like look like what the hell's going on back?
As soon as he does that, and all those whatever rainbow bull crap that you put on it, his headlights.
Oh yes. Yeah, so
full stop.
Yeah, so yeah, you flick on all your stuff, and like all around you are these like little micro rainbows all over the earth around you, all over the rocks and the dirt and like parts of the mountain face. These little teeny micro rainbows everywhere as those lights come on, and you come to a screeching halt.
Just full stop. Not even like trucks the air brakes, gets out of his truck, and be like.
Vi just like moves over in the seat just to like look and see what's going on.
It's so pretty.
Ta will wait for Vin to get back in the truck and then ask.
Well, he's not in the truck yet. He's not in the truck.
I'm outside
Wait
looking
till
at
he gets
everything.
back. Wait till he gets back.
Oh, wait.
And he's just like, I'm going to kill whoever thought this was for. Who touched my truck?
Yeah, and you can see like it's clearly like the like clear-ish glitter paint that's just on the outside of the lamps, right, of the headlights.
It's paint.
It's translucent though.
And so you see all these range of emotions, Vi. Anger, sad, upsetness, just like, why today? And then just stone face a little bit. It's like, all right, regain yourself. And you see him get back in the truck, and he starts it because he would have stalled it out because that's already stopped. And then he just flicks his headlights off and turns his floodlights on.
There you go.
And
I hand like my box of candy to Oz.
Oz takes candy.
Tom would ask, Vin, that's interesting tactical choice. What were the purpose of that?
I'm about to find out when I get back. You know how you have your space, Gavin, and you don't like people touching your stuff? This is my space.
He's so upset he used the wrong name.
I mean, yeah, Ta, this is my space.
After that wisecrack though, like from Ta, that question, Vi also hands her candy box to Ta.
Do you have any more candy? Can I get some candy?
If you turn the sparkles back on, probably give you some candy.
I think Dexy will like reach inside his jacket and like he will hold out a lollipop for you. that's like it's in a wrapper that's all labeled in Spanish and it's shaped like a chicken.
I can read Spanish, so yeah, I'll be like, appreciate it. I'll just eat it. Sounds like.
Yeah.
And then we make our way back to camp. It's just like, those are
And then
expensive.
I don't know how much Tom wants to get up to mischief. Tom would be like, "Well, does the horn sound different? Maybe there's a tactical horn sound now too."
God, did you mess with it? Did you mess with it, Tom?
No. What would I touch your stuff? Because I know I wouldn't want you to touch my stuff.
See,
I didn't want to say anything before. I really didn't. But I am pretty sure that I saw Silas around your truck earlier the other day. It might have been him.
I love Silas to death, but he's dumb as a box of rocks. He wouldn't know how to change a light bulb to save his life or to paint. He's not a painter with paint. He is a painter with his gun. He would have rather shot my tires out and thought that was funny.
Maybe it was one of the kids.
Maybe.
It was the kids. You can't not be happy. You can't be angry at the kids.
And when the kids, when they say the kids, you kind of just be like, you saw it, you kind of see a smile come across. Like, yeah, maybe it's just one of the kids.
I mean, I've seen the kids have rainbow paint.
You know what? You know what I think?
Were you there?
I think when you're going into camp for the kids, you should turn the headlights on.
They would love that.
No.
Oh,
Yeah,
come on.
Were you there the other day when Timmy had that can of yellow paint and he painted all the bricks leading up to Oz's trailer?
This is true.
They do all kinds of stuff like that.
I'm not going to turn my lights on now.
So wait, Todd, did you just do a deduction check?
Yeah. Can I use that to see if I can figure it out?
No,
Damn it.
because I just rolled Vinton's human perception.
Oh, I was gonna.
Vinton,
I know.
Oh, did you?
yeah, you critted. You have a 29. You're pretty sure you're getting played here.
Yeah, no, he's just playing off, and with that kind of, I know it's Oz at that point, right?
Oz isn't really trying to hide this. Now.
Yeah, no, it's like you motherfucker.
That's why I wanted to do a deduction to see if Todd could figure out who did it.
Yeah.
But it's been a high tense situation. And you know what? We're gonna play it cool right now. Finn's gonna try to play it cool, and to give more joyous to them, he will turn on his headlights.
Oh, the little kids run out.
Bye. And Oz, I don't know when you had the time, and I don't know how I'm going to get you back. I'm going to get you back. I just haven't figured it out yet. But touche. And then, yeah, we go to camp.
Okay. Yeah, everybody's piling out and, going back about their business, Camp's up. Everybody's all excited, talking about what went down at Roy's. Like, oh, yeah, we totally scare those fucks off. And they ran with their tails between their legs. And, they're really hyping up the way that scene went down.
And I would go and look for, both Annie and Principal, and eventually go to Benny.
Oz was going directly to Benny.
Okay. Anybody else?
Eyes looking at Dexy and Ta, like, can we just go to the tent? Do we need to go with them? Should probably go with them. And then she'll
You
go
go, I'll
along.
go, but if you
Follow
don't
the
go,
screams.
I need Benny's soothing voice after Vinton's whatever that was.
All right, so we're all back at camp. And Vinton, you had a couple of things to go on before you went to Benny, so
yeah,
you catch up with those folks.
All right. I'll be like, Principal, I know, and I'm glad you're with the family and everything, but if we decide to leave, how ready are you to leave? How ready would your group be, or how wanting would your group want to leave the state of California?
Oh, Cali entirely, huh? Um, yeah, I mean, we're pretty much ready to roll. Benny let us know that the family's starting to find some other contracts and that kind of thing. So we've been kind of getting ready to pick up and move. Anyways, we could do it in a couple hours if we had to.
What I'm getting at is if things have changed and we need a section of the Midnight Runners to stay, would your people be more okay with that, or
Oh.
would you want to ride?
Well, we've been here for a while, so it's probably time for us to find somewhere else to scavenge.
Understood.
We've been kind of waiting around here to see where your next delivery contract took you, and see if that was going to work out for us, or if we should be friendly neighbors wherever that is.
Gotcha. No, I get it. All right. And Annie, how many people do we have trained up?
Well, between our two families, we got quite a few folks that are doing security and that kind of thing. If that's what you're talking about, just general security.
How about mercenary work?
Oh, you've got the edge runners. They are the ones that typically do all that stuff.
Gotcha.
But I'm sure some of them would love a shot at a bit of extra script. I mean, I would. So, depending on the job or whatever it was, there's probably a handful of folks that would take that. What's going on?
Well, up until I can find a suitable replacement for us leaving this place to watch over Rory's, I'm gonna need somebody just to kind of run security down there for him. Kind of show that this is Midnight Runners territory. Sure. Dexy did a good job. He did a good job. I don't think we're gonna have any problems, but I don't want them to. I've ran into these people, and if they smell weakness or they smell opportunity, they will take it. And I want to make sure that Roy's is not one of those opportunities.
Okay. Yeah, I can put the feelers out and see who wants to take a little extra shift work down there and just be local muscle.
Local muscle, and if I have to pay, I'll figure it out. I got some script, so I can pad on top of whatever the family's given.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Just let me know.
Yeah, thanks, Fenton.
Hey, no problem. I saw talent when we pulled you out of that prison. Right?
Yeah. No, thank you for that too. Okay. Well, I'm gonna get some rest, and we'll talk later.
All right. Appreciate it. Then I'll head over to Benny's.
Okay. So everybody who went to Benny's, who all went to Benny's directly?
Oz did.
Paul probably did.
I think
It
I
sounds like where
followed.
everybody was headed. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I didn't know if it was everybody or just Oz. Like that's whatever the conversation is. That's good too. So yeah, you all kind of file into Oz's tent. Vinton will catch up a little bit later on.
Benny's tent?
Benny's tent. My apologies. Benny's tent. And yeah, he's in there with his like comms equipment, on the ham radio kind of deal, banging out some Morse code to folks across the globe as he does. And he kind of like turns back to you all. He's got kind of a grin on his face, and then like that grin vanishes. It's like, how'd it go? Everything okay?
Yeah, we could.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Well, good.
Oz is gonna. I'm assuming, knowing Benny, that he's got like a big board with a map of the whole like general area on it, right?
Yeah, he probably has like an old school map of California that has been like put up, and he's got that with like little push pins with where you all are and that kind of stuff.
I'm going to walk over to that map and grab a spare push pin. I'm going to put in the spot where the coordinates for that Shivrab camp is, and I'm going to pin it in there. And then I am going to look at Benny and say, there are X number, however many that guy said.
Yep.
At least Shivrab right here.
God, it's too big.
I had the drone follow them back when they left.
Okay, nice, good thinking.
It is apparently, I don't know, my history with you guys doesn't go back that far, but from what they were saying, apparently it's the same group that hit Prosper.
Okay, yeah, I think I kind of remember Prosper. They were a town we did like a deal with at some point. But yeah, I've got it pinged on the map here for you guys to see. Where Prosper is in relation to you all and the gas station and all that stuff.
How many, out of curiosity, were there?
The drone took a picture of Roy's on the map here. The drone took a picture of like it was outside of a barn. And so the barn had probably like 10 bikes, a couple of Jeeps parked outside, and there were some lights on in the barn and lights on in some of the buildings around the town. But a lot of the buildings are quite obviously exploded, right? Like ordnance was dropped on them, or explosions happened very nearby, and those buildings have collapsed. So the standing buildings all had some kind of thing. And there's this huge building in the center that was clearly like some old grain processing thing or something like that. That huge building is gone. It's all been leveled. So
All right, yeah, he'll send a couple of the pictures that he got from his Netrunner guy to Benny's comm.
Yep.
So he can see what's there and be like, just because I figure this is something that we should definitely know, or that the family should know. So I had him track it down and pin it. Somehow Dexy managed to work some crazy wild magic, and it didn't turn into a shootout in the middle of Roy's bar. So yeah.
good. Well, good on you, Dexy. Thank you for doing that. So these
Everybody
guys
treats it like magic. You just try talking to people.
I like talking to people, but that was really close. They wanted to start shooting when we walked in the door, so that was magic, Dexy, my friend. That was definitely magic.
Okay.
So Benny kind of looks at the map. He gets up and kind of looks over there, and he's like, I can't help but notice that Roy's is actually kind of closer to them than they are to us.
Yeah.
Maybe we should kind of right here is when Vinton, you're starting to walk in. Like maybe we should put some people out there just so that if Shiv Rav gets froggy, we at least have something there to slow things down while the family reacts.
Already handled it.
Oh. Well, welcome to the conversation, Vinton. Glad to hear that.
Yeah, I got Annie, and she's Annie and some of her people that we've been training going down there, sweeten the pot, but putting some of my own money into it.
Oh, well, I mean, we're kind of partners with Roy now, so there's some money changing hands, and it makes sense for Roy's to kind of ante up a little bit for some extra protection, right? Because this is a benefit to Roy, and we're able to provide the muscle to do that, a little bit of muscle, right?
All right.
So, hopefully you don't have to put out too much, Vinton.
We'll renegotiate that contract later. I just want to make sure Roy's has some protection now. These are, I'm sure. Do we see the pictures that you sent, Mike? Oz?
I don't know if he's got a screen I can put them up on.
Sure. There's got to be something in here
I'll
somewhere.
project it up on there.
Okay.
These are the same dudes that hit Prosper, and it looks like being vultures that they are after the whole situation with the whole petrochem scare that we had, that they hit them. That's where all that ordnance came from, as you can see, because they don't have it. They rolled in there So they're definitely a type that would take, if they smell weakness, they'll take advantage of it. So, which brings us to another problem. But we need to figure out if there's another family or another tribe that is close enough with us that might be able to take over the territory when we leave, like an extension, like a California branch of the Midnight Runners.
What do you mean?
Made a promise to Roy that as long as I'm alive, or as long as I'm around, or as long as we're around, that what happened to Prosper won't happen to him. Because that leader, that little snake of that leader in there, pretty much dropped a hint and made it look like we abandoned Prosper. Whereas, not the truth. We were tied up with the Splatoon situation around about the same time that happened.
Yeah, I remember that decision being made. That was a tough one to make, but that was a family decision. We had a lot of threads to chase down, and there's only so much we could do.
Yeah.
Um. So, okay. Um. Area families that could maybe help out at Roy's. That's possible. We could just move Roy's again.
If he's up for that, that's a lot of moving. I mean, we still got the train and stuff. We got trucks, but do we want to load down our trucks with Roy's stuff again? That could cut into what we could make.
Right. Yeah, it's the question. Well, let's. We don't have to answer that tonight, right? But it's probably something we need to consider: is do we want to make Roy's part of the family and they travel with us, or do we want to set something up to keep them safe while they're here?
All right.
Okay. Well, if you all have ideas on that front, let me know. But we can probably handle that during the next family meeting.
Good for.
Sounds good.
Okay. And he kind of looks over at you, Oz, and like, we'll just add it to the list. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Oz has quite the list for the family meeting.
I was gonna say that's the voice of a man with a real long list.
Yeah. Nice. Well, good show tonight, guys. I'm glad we were able to put forth a significant response, and sounds like ended things peacefully enough. So let's chalk it up for the good guys. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks,
Work.
buddy.
Yeah. Thank you. Anything else?
No, unless you got something for us.
Not yet. Now we're kind of zeroing in on a couple of options for us for our next big deal, but I don't want to say anything about it just yet until we're finalizing some things.
Sounds smart.
Be at the ready.
Okay.
I think as people are filing out, Dexy will be there in the back. Like, did you really mean to have dirt on that recipe? Because that
Oh.
Eggs Benedicts don't usually have that much sand in them. But
No.
I'll catch up with you later. You're busy.
Nah, it's a joke, man. Just, you're a chef and all, and I figured call for an ingredient you would hate.
Okay, I mean compared to some of the responses I got back, I just didn't want to assume these are all jokes because some people, yeah.
No, the only real
where's my
joke.
protein paste?
No, the only real joke I insist on is that it's called Eggs Benedict. Okay.
I'm all for that. Yeah, all right.
All right, thanks. It's the small pleasures. All right.
Love it.
You've earned it.
He goes back and puts his headphones on and starts banging away on the Morse code action.
I will pause and turn back to Benny. I can write a program to do all that for you, right?
Oh, yeah, no, I don't want that. People recognize my hand.
Right.
And I recognize theirs. It's part of our what is it? It's kind of like recognizing somebody's voice when you talk to them on the phone, or recognizing somebody's face. It's part of how they know it's me. And if you wrote a program that did all this, then that would go away.
Okay.
Appreciate it though.
Yeah. You never know what's going to be useful to somebody until you make the offer, and sometimes it is, and sometimes it isn't. You know.
No, it's good. I'd appreciate it. As he's doing that, and like he's still like slamming away on his little on his little Morse code dauber, whatever that thing is, striker, while he's talking to you about it.
Real quick, I'll be like, Dexy, come here, buddy. Come here.
Yeah, come on. We're headed back to the kitchen. Well, we can walk and talk.
Yep.
Yeah.
It would be more like a wait for me. I'm gonna need you to use your fixer skills, and I'm gonna need you to find a set of headlights for my truck. Like tomorrow.
Ooh, I don't know, man. I mean, out here in the wasteland on that kind of a timeline, I mean, that's going to be a hard buy. That's going to be, that's if you want it that quick, that one's going to be probably going to have some extra fees attached to it.
Dexy, we're brothers, man. We've been together thick and thin. You're gonna make me pay for it, aren't you? Is this for the grenade joke? I was joshing you, man. Fine.
It's fine. Everything's fine. No, we'll find you the parts.
Just let me know how much it costs. I'll pay it.
I'll find it.
Appreciate you, man. Freaking Oz. What does he have? What does he have that I can As soon as Vi's done with his thing, I'm gonna go talk to Ta. I got an idea.
God, you guys.
I need Ta for this one.
All right. Who's up
I just know if you show up and try to paint his container, that drones will come and try to kill you.
No. See, up in Sacramento, Vinton spent a long time finding a special container that's actually really hard to come by that has a potential air conditioner unit on it. Be a shame if something happened to it.
Oz paid for the container that he has.
Yeah, I still had to find it. It still took me like 3 days to find it.
Yeah. Just understand.
This is not a conversation you're having in character. What is my next in-character conversation?
Just keep in mind that this was a joke, and if you turn it into a prank war, Oz is ready for that shit.
Let's go.
See, the problem is if it gets into an escalating prank war with Oz, then it turns into the next time we go to Night City, you have a bunch of outstanding warrants for your arrest.
Yeah.
It was funny.
Oz would not do that. He would, however, set up a program inside of Vinton's truck so that every time he hit the button or he hits the horn, it plays "It's Raining Men."
But hey, we have Discord channels for doing these games, right? Let's. So, Vi, you had something you were doing, right? That's
I wasn't sure if Ta or if Vinton was going to talk to Ta or not.
I thought that was going to be in character chat.
Yeah, we can do that in the between episode and character chat if we want to.
Awesome. I am going to place a call to my uncle in the most extra secure spot that I can in camp, and be completely by myself when I do this.
Yeah. So let's see here. That's easy enough to do, right? Getting privacy here is it appears difficult at first because all the living spaces are pretty close, but there's plenty of places you can go and have a private conversation with somebody.
I almost want to set up a sound dampener.
Yeah. How do you want to go about doing that?
I would ask Ta for one.
Okay.
If he could, if I could have one and he could show me how to use it, please, Ta.
Will it affect me?
No.
All right.
Yes.
Ta would handle one and show how to use it. Just make sure it's not within 15 feet of here, because I have some really delicate stuff.
Yeah, I'll
50
be
feet.
clear. Okay. Okay. Yeah, so I'll set that up as well in whatever this private secluded spot is.
Okay.
And then I don't think I converse with him like on the phone very often. Normally it's notes and stuff.
Right. Yeah, I would think that you have like a burner number for him.
Mhm.
Or sorry, a one-time use number for him. And yeah, you give old Dr. Weiss a call, and how would that go through? I guess you call him, and then like to call him and then hang up, and he'll call you
Yeah.
back, kind of thing.
Mhm.
And so you set that in motion, and probably like 15 minutes later, he calls you.
Mhm. Miss Violet,
Yeah, and is this a voice or a video call? How would Violet put that together? Because he would accept either one.
video.
Okay, cool. So yeah, you see Dr. Weiss's face come in, and he's got this like he had this like shock of gray, and it has grown. So like now he just has like little black bands around the sides, just above the ears, and then everything else is kind of like peppery white. And he's he's older obviously than in the past, but he's kind of looks at you with kind of a stern face and says, Vi, how are things?
And Vi looks upset, like neutral, but upset, I guess. Like not gonna cry or anything, but just a bit overwhelmed. Um, I'm sorry, I wouldn't have called like this if it weren't important. Things aren't great.
Okay, are you safe?
Yes, for the moment I am.
Okay, good. Then lay it on me. What's going on?
Um, well, early this morning, late last night, Silas left. Left his cyber arm, left his cyber eye, left us a note that he was gone.
Oh,
He left us left us some information about certain jobs. Um, but it seemed like some of his morals may have kicked in.
sure.
And has left.
What happened?
The place we went in and killed all the people that killed his sister.
Oh, he got his revenge.
He did get it. Yes. Quickly, but it was a thorn in our side when we got down here.
Yeah. Did he address any of the list?
We put in motion one of the things on the list. The Borg.
Oh. Okay.
There was an attempt and it was taken. She just wasn't hurt enough. But other things have been put in motion, and that pawn may be off the board soon.
Well, see that happens.
I'll do my best.
The yeah. Little weasel. Okay. So he just left, huh? Got his revenge and just took off.
He hadn't been doing great. Like the therapy wasn't taking.
Oh.
Like it just nothing was getting through. I think if more things happened within the next few weeks, month, we might have totally flipping lost him to Cyber Psycho. I was doing my best, but
Yep. Doing your best.
does he not believe me?
No, he doesn't.
Oh, okay.
Or rather, he doesn't believe that it was good enough. Because Dr. Weiss
Okay.
is a shrewd little man.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And so, okay. Well, I mean, I know where he's at,
I figured.
but I'll hold on to that. The rest of that list, did he give it to you?
Yes, I do have it.
Any problems on that list for you?
What's all on the list again?
You have a Rebecca. You have a Major Laser. You have a Gravia. And 2 other names that I did not have on the top of my head. He tells you they're the 2 names. They're less important.
Is he asking if I think they're going to be a problem for me, or if I have a problem going and getting them? Like, I don't understand that.
Yeah, he's effectively asking, like, are you going to take care of this list, or see to that this list is taken care of?
I don't want to. I know there's some people actually here with the Midnight Runners that have beef with Major Laser. But I don't want to move these pieces around this board. These are just people. They've got their own bullshit and they're making it worse for themselves by the day.
Okay. No, that's fair. You have been protected your whole life, and I think you're seeing what it means to be out there. And out there it's a mean place. You got to be mean to make it. And if being mean is not in you, it's fine. I can get someone who will. If you would, destroy the list.
I will.
Okay. Send me some kind of evidence that you've done so.
Yes, sir.
Not gonna lie, I'm disappointed. But it's not your fault.
There is someone at camp that suggested they could take Silas's place, both as my bodyguard and your hired gun.
What is your read of that person?
I don't trust them. I don't think they could get the job done. I think he's making too many promises that he can't keep.
Okay. Well then, tell him I think he is shitty, and that you don't want anybody other than somebody I send over taking care of that job. Or rather, I don't want anybody taking care of that job other than somebody I assign.
Yes, sir. What if when the midnight runners leave, I come home?
That would be fine. Yeah.
And if I brought someone with me?
But they'd have to be vetted.
Absolutely. Wouldn't let it any other way.
Okay. Let's see how all that shakes out. And when you make your move to come home, send over what you can on this person, and we'll start the process.
Okay. Thank you. I'm sorry.
Don't be. And he hangs up.
Vi just sits there, for a bit.
Okay. Yeah, Vice is he's not a great not a great uncle to have.
They're good. He's good in like bursts of notes and research.
Yeah,
Person to person.
not a great human.
Not a great human.
Oh boy.
I'm
At the
glad he
very
doesn't
much
like me.
the quiet, I'm disappointed of you, and you can just not gonna say it out loud quite yet, but I can Mm-hmm.
But Vice is a realist, and he knows there's no way that Violet was going to turn assassin. I mean, one, she's not equipped, and two, you know.
Well, he didn't ask her to do the deed. He said, "Are you going to get these things done?" You know, and when she was like, "I don't want to," he's like, "Okay, well then you're not going to do it, right?" And then it was like, and then she offered like later on in the conversation, "I've got this guy." And he's like, "Why didn't you mention him earlier?" So what's your read? Oh, he's not it. Okay, got it. Nope.
I'll talk about that later.
Right? I mean, that's like that would have been his read of that pacing of like, you know, yeah.
I did it on purpose that way. To be fair.
No, it's all good. So that was good. I love Dr. Weiss in the meanest of ways.
I'm gonna have to clip that and send that to Ethan. The whole thing.
That guy's shitty. I think you're a shitty guy too, Dr. Vi.
Yeah. Yeah, like Dr. Vi is never gonna be like, tell them no. He's like, tell them they're shitty, and then tell them no. Do whatever you got. Okay, cool. So yeah, that's Dr. Vi, or not Dr. Vi. My God, that's Dr. Weiss. And what's great is like anybody who's paid a lot of attention to Chapter 1, he's not a doctor.
No.
He's like fails out at the end of his fucking college career.
No, Vi's more of a doctor than he is.
Way more.
Way more of a doctor.
But you would
He is
never
More
know.
of an actual doctor.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
went
Like,
to
there's
the
an
finest
actual-
school.
No,
There's an actual DR.
no, yeah.
in front of
See,
him.
he's got forged like scripts and all that kind of stuff. He's graduated from all these places. He's got all that rep now. He doesn't. Nobody knows he's not a doctor except for like the few people that he ran with. But everybody thinks that he's a doctor these days. All right, cool. Anything else tonight?
A lighter note, I'm gonna roll over to Gavin's tent real quick. Toss tent.
Okay.
And
You'll see Ta like looking really frustrated, and like this small corner of a desk where Big Toe is like fiddling with some soldering iron, and he's like, no, it's like, okay.
It's only been like a day
You
or
see him
two.
like breathing.
fair enough.
They've
Like,
set up
feeling
the
like
second tent.
exasperated.
There are techs moving over there. But Big Toe is like sticking it out on this corner of a bench.
Why are you still like? I will walk in like, why are you still here? Dr. Vi set you up.
Yeah, I think at this point I'm just like dug in.
I respect that. I
You should
understand.
dig out. I mean, it's okay. You just leave for a second. I think you need to talk to me. Go away, please.
Yeah, Big Toe.
All right, you didn't need to talk to me. I'm friendlier.
Big Toe, I do.
Wait,
have a
Big Toe,
project-
nobody likes you.
No, I'll be like, Big Toe, I do have a project for you, but not the project I need to talk to him about.
Okay. All right. Well, I can't wait to hear about it because I'm going to do a much better job than him as he like leaves the tent.
I highly doubt that, but okay.
Pa's just head in hands, about to like smash something with just pure cybernetic force.
Wow, this
What's
is what
up?
you've been.
What's up, Vinton?
This is what you've been dealing with, huh?
I yell at him for. I used to yell at him for a reason.
I get it. Nope, I
What's up?
understand.
What's up?
So, I feel like it's been really stressful around camp, and I feel like we all need to blow some steam off. And I need help getting revenge, but not in the killy kind of way.
No. Not yet.
Yeah, I know. I need you to go mess with the air conditioner unit on the on the good tech. I mean on Oz's trailer. You know, that trailer that I hauled all the way down here for him with a smile on my face, and I hop in my step.
What are you getting me into? What are you?
He's
what are you doing?
He's the one who did my lights.
Yeah, probably.
No, it's 100%er. Like, he did it.
I feel like you get 100% on a lot of stuff that's not 100%.
Trust me on this one. I know I said that a lot, but this is for real though. Like, he did this, and I need this. I need this, Tal. Please. I just need you to sabotage it just a little bit. Not like so much that it can't be fixed, but like a couple of days of just misery. It's supposed to be like 100 for the next 3 days.
Yeah.
And he's in a metal
Yeah,
box.
You know, if he starts messing with me,
I'm
going to start messing with you.
Oh no, I'm well aware of what's going to happen, but I need this. He threw the first rock, and now I'm throwing the nuclear bomb.
Didn't you say you wanted to turn over a new leaf?
I am turning it over a new leaf because the old me would have tossed him off the highest cliff we would have found. This is
okay. All right, and you see Todd just bring up a bunch of like buckets and like a shelf of something. He's like, I'll start thinking about it.
Todd's he's got his situation ready to go.
He's so ready. I'm ready. If we're gonna end we gotta pepper in light moments. We've been heavy for a long time, and
yeah. Good. I love that Ta has his like sabotage kit ready.
Ready to go. Oh, one more thing. It's like, I'm glad I gave you the phone. I would like to know, like, is that somebody we should like?
Hey, Fire Drake. I was thinking, I could keep it, or you could get it if you gave me something in return.
What do you want?
See if you can convince the doc to give me Silas's old arm and maybe his eye, and you can have Fire Drake, no problem.
Cool. Give me a minute. Give me 5 minutes. And I will walk out and go find Dr. Vi.
You find Dr. Vi eventually. Coming in from
the main tent, writing down some stuff.
There it is.
You see like this just grin on Vin's face. Just trying to be friendly. Hey, Doc.
Hey, Benton.
Got a question for you.
Mm.
And he just sits down and be like, how attached are you to that arm and eye?
Silas's arm and eye?
He almost says Ryan. And he'd be like, yeah, Silas's.
What does my human perception say about the Vinton that has come into my vision?
It would be he wants the cyber eye and he wants the cyber arm. Like, he's not hiding that.
Yeah, he's like, so...
he just needs to know what the price is. What is the price?
Why?
Gavin wants it. I mean, Todd wants it. I know why I keep doing it, because I see his name down here.
Oh, yeah.
Ta has a full Borg suit. Why does he need an extra arm and eye?
I think he worked. So this is me. I'm gonna be full honest. I'm buttering you up. I think you worked. I think you talked him out of it. He doesn't want it, but there's some good tech in there, and he's always about tech and integrating it into himself.
Right, but like, I would need to install it. So, and why isn't Ta talking to me, Vinton?
Because I honestly think he doesn't want to talk. And two, I think if we have a better rapport than him, and I wasn't the one who snuck into your tent.
No, you're quite correct. You weren't.
So,
I'll think about it and talk to Ta. And then like starts to write notes again.
Okay. He wants me to come talk to you because he has Fire Drake. I want Fire Drake. He wants the arm, and I in trade of Fire Drake. Now, out of the two shooters that we have here, I'm the better shot than he is. Though he's pretty damn good, but he's better at melee. So giving him that big old fuck off mantis blade in there is something he needs. And I want Fire Drake. And I never got the deal when I gave my bike up to Silas to get set Fire Drake.
Can I ask a question? I know I'm not there, but out of curiosity, what is Vinton's handgun?
It's 3 or 4. I'm more in the show. I'm more in the
Oz
shoulder.
wants to be in this conversation then.
You're not in this conversation.
Because Oz has a 5.
But you're not in this conversation.
You haven't shot enough for Vinton to know that. You've bailed him out driving wise. He thinks you're a great driver. If Oz would come up and say, hey, I need to drive the Gambler, he's going to give the keys to Oz, which is a rarity. So I'm being honest with you, Doc. That's where we're at. I've learned not to lie to you.
Mm-hmm. I don't think right now is the right time to be trading body parts for firearms, Vinton. Your deal's gonna have to wait. And I kind of pick up my book and I leave.
Okay. He will be like his tone as you leaving has gotten a little more serious though. He's like,
he stops and looks down.
What about the other thing we talked about?
No deal.
Really? You kind of hear relief.
Yeah.
You hear relief. I'm like, cool.
Piece of advice.
Listening.
Stop offering promises you can't keep. And Vi will leave.
I haven't not kept the promise yet. He says that out loud. I don't know if she can hear it or not, but it's like, it'd be like, I've kept most of my promises so far.
She does. She ignores it.
All right. I'll go back. He's like, don't probably have to. I'll go back to Tall and be like, Doc's not in a chit-chatty mood.
Then I'm not in a gun-givey mood.
Fair enough.
Shit. A gun-givey mood. Ta. 2020.
So I do want to be like, hey, you did load it, right? Like you didn't just, because you did notice she took all the bullets out of it, right? Do you even have pistols?
You know I can make bullets, right?
Making bullets and then loading them in a gun, Todd, are two different things. I'm asking if you noticed when we went into war, potential war.
It's a revolver. It's the easiest gun to load.
I know it is. I'm asking Todd this.
Sorry.
You're talking to the hard part, but can he do the easy thing too?
Like Todd can build a whole anything he wants. No. And all right. Look, Doc did make a good point. We're kind of being a little callous here, trying to trade up. And again, he struggles saying Silas, now knowing his actual name. And it's like Silas's parts is a little crass to ask that. Plus, technically not hers. Probably, most likely. I mean,
you may be right, but
why do you need it anyway? She did make a point.
I'll be here doing stuff. If you need me, I'll be working on your project. See ya. And then turns off the light.
Cool.
Gets to work. You just see little sparks flying off or something.
Why does he need it? Like that is something that Vice says. Like he's like, why does he need? He does have a bulk suit. And he moves on. And he's like, oh, he got what he wanted out of the deal originally, is to mess with Oz. Fire Drake was just a bonus.
I like it.
Oz wants to talk to talk.
Okay, well, you see Ta in a dark room with sparks flying around.
Talk.
Hmm.
How's it going?
I think you're up to something. What would you like?
Well, we have a long relationship that goes back a long way. I'm just out of curiosity. You were real quick to pick it up. I'm just curious, how attached are you to the pistol?
That's a good question. I'm willing to give it up for a price.
All right. Do you have a
So
price in mind, or is this one that I should suggest? Because I have a suggestion, but I'm interested if you have something in mind.
I'm more interested to hear your suggestion first, and then I'll tell you my price if I don't like your suggestion.
Okay.
Sparks again. Sparks just flying. It's dark still.
You give me the pistol. I will do everything I can to talk Toe into leaving this tent.
I'm working
That's
on that.
dirty.
I'm working on that. I don't have to worry about that. I'm playing a long game with Big Toe, but you need to help me with something else. And you see the sparks stop. And you can't see it because it's dark, but you hear a swivel chair. And I would like some cyberware equipment. And if you could just get those for me, Fire Drake is yours.
What cyberware equipment do you have that you need?
Just an arm and like maybe an eye.
Yeah, sure. Let's walk
yeah.
over here to this board thing here and just grab that.
No. That's different. It's a specific arm and eye. It has a targeting scope in the eye. The arm has a lasso and a blade in it.
You mean the arm and the eye that I'm pretty sure belongs to Dr. Weiss?
Well, pretty sure. We don't know 100%.
I'm pretty sure he wants back.
We don't know that.
So you can keep the gun.
Okay.
I don't need Dr. Weiss as an enemy.
Okay.
And I'm pretty sure there's nobody here that's going to install that on you, knowing that it belongs to Dr. Weiss. No offense.
No, you're probably right. You know what? You're probably right, and I need to think on that.
Because that's a good way for things to go bad, buddy.
Mm.
You don't want to get to add it to a list. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yeah, those lists aren't good. You hear the swivel chair go back and sparks start flying again.
All right. Well, keep me in mind if you come up with something, that isn't going to get the both of us potentially killed.
You know what? You'll be my first-ish person.
First-ish. I like that. First-ish.
You got it, buddy. First-ish. That's your title. Oz the first-ish.
Oz the first-ish. Appreciate that.
Okay. So you depart. Any other barters, horse trading we got to take care of?
No.
I mean, I did have something with Big Toe, but we could take it off screen if you want.
Yeah. Big Toe's probably done for the day.
Yeah.
He had his dig to get in and is moved on for his evening.
I'm debating if I should try to talk to Benny.
Okay.
Or Benny.
He just wants to get to his Morse code. Let him do his tapping.
He's got his he's got his people that he likes to talk to. But yeah, we certainly can.
Right. Yeah, I mean Dexy can show up with a plate from dinner because I don't know if he actually showed up for that or not. So it's like, oh, here.
Yeah, probably not at this point.
Yeah.
Benny's in work mode.
Like, yeah, I needed to take a second to talk to you about something. It's like, people are starting to kick around this idea of Midnight Runners heading off and heading somewhere else.
Yeah, we're all picking up on that idea as he's like eating what you gave him.
was like, well, you know, I grew up in a different family before joining this family. And it's fun. I'm going to play with the dice rollers now. Oh,
Oh.
that's not nearly a high enough number for me. That one will work.
Jesus.
Yeah, that'll work. But you know, my family, we got busted by the cops,
You rolled a crit.
and I've got 6 more parents sitting somewhere in California prisons, and I got 25 more siblings somewhere here in the state.
Oh, yeah.
I don't feel like I can leave California with all my parents still in jail.
Okay. Do you know which prisons they're all in?
I do not.
Okay.
And I know it's going to take me time to find all that out. But if we're also talking about some people staying behind to help keep an eye on Royce, maybe I hang out and keep an eye on Royce for a while.
Oh. Okay. Well, look, where we end up could be all over. Could be somewhere else in Cali. Could be somewhere on the West Coast. Could be, frankly, anywhere in the States, right? Down in Mexico even. If you can get me an idea of where some of them are, that could factor in where we go. If you can't, then maybe that's the way it has to be.
I'll see what I can find out. See how things go. Just
Okay.
want to let you know if you need somebody to help keep an eye on things here.
Yep.
Keep it in mind.
Thanks, Dexy.
Yep.
I hope we find your people.
Me too. The ones we found so far, good addition to the family. Yeah.
You know, they've been great. Yeah.
Eggs tomorrow. Like, yeah.
Now you're just trying to bribe me. I'll take it.
People always say that like it's a bad thing. It works.
It
Come
does. Oh man. Okay. Awesome. Yeah. You take off having secured at least an agreement to try and see if you can work in your situation with the Midnight Runner situation. Cool. All right, folks. Well, I think that wraps us for the night. We need to do experience real quick, friends. Yeah.
I'm that far away from buying demolitions.
Yes. So we did a lot of, let's see here, running Cyberpunk.
Is demolitions one of the double skills?
Yeah.
I think so.
So I feel like this was mostly a role play session. Like we did a job, but the job wasn't nearly as big as some of the role play stuff going on here. Let's see here. Roleplay actions were critical to the player in this game session. Changed personal game outcome through convincing roleplay. I think 60, where the roleplay actions were critical to the player, changed personal game outcome through convincing roleplay. I think that is pretty easy to assign to pretty much all of you. With like Benton and Vi, you guys might be one step up, because some of the stuff that you all talked through today could change your character's like entire future. And Dexy as well, actually. Y'all could end up like not in the family after this session. Does that work for everybody? Anybody have any other thoughts or notes? Like maybe Explorer, Socializer, Warrior, or the group stuff? I'm open to any suggestions here, but there was a lot of roleplay tonight, a lot of big decisions being made about individual characters, less about whole group stuff.
I'm gonna go 60.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Okay. Awesome. So yeah, let's do the level 60 there. Critical to the player in this game session. Change personal game outcomes. Love it. That is fun.
Where do we put it?
IP improvement points on the first page.
First page.
Oh, okay.
Dave, can we have just one little scene where the paper is burning and then just flickers away after all the words are burnt off of it?
Yep.
Sent device.
I think yeah, you do that, and you send it back, right? You send the picture, and you get the little like 3 ghosty dots of a reply is being written, and then no reply comes in.
Okay. It was all secure and stuff. Like, you're not trying to pull one on me, are you? Okay.
Nope. Nope. No, I'm not pulling anything on you. I'm just saying that like Dr. Vice probably saw it, was about to say something, and was like, I don't need to say anything.
Okay. Yeah. Normal.
Yeah. He's deeply unsatisfying to interact with. Okay. Everybody at home, this has been awesome. There's a ton of you still hanging around, which is phenomenal. Thank you all for doing that. We are going to raid somebody. I just need to find who.
So Connor's going, but I bet he's done in like 5-10 minutes.
Okay.
Tekon is streaming. Cave Geekar is streaming, and So Fresh Sales is streaming. From what I see.
Tekon? I don't think
Tekon 7.
I don't think I've got Tekon 7 on my list here. Are they a Jabron?
They are my little brother.
Hey, that's right. Well, we can do that.
Thank you.
Thank you. Tekon. Oh, perfect. Okay, cool. So everybody, we are going to raid a High Shelf Gaming community member because Tekon 7 is in the Discord now. So we're gonna raid Tekon 7 here and give him some love. The deal is some stuff I want to say on our way out here, folks. We are very fortunate to have made a lot of good friends lately. We are in really close with the Jabroni.tv folks. They're a group of gamers, role players, and that kind of thing. They're really in the like Critical Role scene a lot, but they're just all generally great folk. So give them a follow, give them a subscribe on YouTube. There's a bunch of them that stream. They're like every day there's some kind of Jabroni TV stream going on. So it's a whole community of people. They're really a lot of fun. And I try and raid them, but frankly, we a lot of times are wrapping up way after they're done for Saturdays, really. And so just give Jabroni, thank you for that, linking them. So give Jabroni TV a watch. They're really fun. And then
that was actually the crossover that I was in.
Yeah.
That's
right.
HSG crossover event.
Your crossover dropped when? Like 2 days ago?
Thursday. Yesterday on Thanksgiving. Yep.
Awesome. Yes. Really fun stuff that they invited you in to play that game. And we're working on another one. We're working on another crossover. I don't know when it's going to happen, but we were working on a thing I'm very excited about. And then we also are working on another crossover with the good folks over at the Consave. So the Consave, they are wonderful and amazing, and Cyberpunk streamers. They talk about Cyberpunk like a couple of times a week, and they stream a game, and then they talk about the game, and then they talk about roles and all that good stuff. They're a really fun crew, and we're gonna try and see if we can't get a couple of them onto this stream, into this game, which would be really fun. Oh, hey, there you are. Awesome. Okay, cool. So, hey, we're going to set up this raid over to Tekon 7. Everybody join us over there. Yes, big loves to you, Potato Yeto. And we're going to roll over to this guy. Folks, remember to drop the emojis and everything like that. Give him all the loves. And everyone at home, thanks a ton for watching. As always, have fun and play well.
May all your rolls be crits.
All right, we're rated.
I'm going to mute here for a second so